All right, everybody. I was told that people don't like it when I say hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, and all videos. They don't like that part. So I'm going to do it even more tonight. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell, and all videos. Okay? Hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, and all videos. Why don't you go whine somewhere else?
Hello and welcome. This is Grant Hughes of Grant Hughes Investigates on YouTube. This channel evaluates all aspects of true crime. As you are aware, videos and live streams in this genre often discuss elements of crime that may be disturbing to some viewers. If necessary, take the precautions needed to avoid these feelings. Factual information related to cases is the key to fostering rational true crime discussions. Fortunately, you will find that here. Please hit the like button only once, share the video, and subscribe if you like my content. Thank you very much for watching.
Yeah, we'll send an email instead, Big R. I don't really go to X too much. Alright, there we go. And no, it's not the guy at the crosswalk. I always have people send me the same stuff over and over and over. Alright, well there you go. Did it offend you this time when I said hit the notification bell in all videos? I hope it didn't offend you. I'm not talking to you, Sleuth. I was talking to somebody else. Everything's been thought about, Sleuth. Trust me. It won't be anything different. It'll be something we already said on the show, and then I'll have to tell you that, and then you'll go, "Gosh, Gray, you're so rude." I mean, it was just... Yeah. Anyways, so... yeah, crazy information. So you guys all watched the video that I put out earlier today, right? The one that had regarding Strain and Nenegar, right? Amanda Nenegar. Yeah, so I think I back engineered the error that the 911 operator made. So I can actually show you what he did. Isn't that crazy? I was spending like an hour and I was like, okay, let's see. What did he do here? What happened? I know exactly what he did. All right, so I'll play you the portion and I'll tell you exactly what he did. Here it comes.
Yeah.
And by the way, you guys, tonight's just like any other night, except here's what we're going to do tonight. I know it's donation night's tomorrow, but when we get to the next story, I'm going to try to, we'll send some money into a specific place, and hopefully you guys I'll match, whatever you guys say, I'll put in there, whatever we get to. All right. We've already done 3,500 this month so far. Right, so listen, here we go.
Okay, and then on the, so when you go to your maps, there should be a blue dot that appears.
Okay.
Okay, can you press on that blue button or that blue dot?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So what does it say? Does it give you like maybe GPS coordinates?
Yeah.
Okay, can you read those off to me? Does it show what highway you're on?
Oh no.
Okay, but does it give you any kind of coordinates at all?
Yeah.
Okay, can you read those coordinates off to me?
33 degrees.
Give me 1 second. 30.
You should have just let her keep talking.
33?
Degrees 16.
Okay, so now how about like 33, like decimal?
Right. So the 911 operator is looking for decimal because GPS coordinates can be either decimal or the degrees, minutes, seconds, right? So she's reading it off in degrees, minutes, seconds, and he wants it read in decimal, right? So that's why he says decimal there. And then he got her to call it a decimal instead of her keep repeating that it was a degree.
Decimal 16, apostrophe, 53, period.
Okay. 33.
Yeah, I mean, we
Okay,
can go through this
one.
part, but eventually she gets it all out, right? And now see, these are the numbers on the screen right there. Now I'm going to go over to the other part. Well, actually, I'll show you. Let's just go with this for now. Watch. So see this right here, the numbers on the screen? I'm going to go to Google Earth, and instead of doing it how she told him right there, let's do it like this. He's going decimal, so he went 33.16533, comma. He knew to make it negative 114, because that's just how it is over there. This second. 533, comma, and then negative, god dang it, I can't see in the dark here, negative 114, and then he went, look up at the top, look on the screen up here, right? He went dot 35 25 00, and then he hit enter. And look where this goes, everybody. Right next to Highway 95 over here, just off of it, in this area right here. He did it. That's what he did wrong. I think this is exactly what he did. As a matter of fact, I'll play you right over here. Listen to this part.
Okay, because I'm looking at this here, and it looks like you're. Are you in Blythe area, man?
Yeah. So he says Blythe area because on a larger map it is Blythe area, and Blythe is right there, right? So there's Blythe, and she's in the Blythe area. But then listen to what he said right after that.
Maybe.
Okay, because that's what I'm kind of getting here. With those coordinates you gave me.
Yeah. I am probably closer to Blythe.
Okay, 'cause yeah, it looks like you're off the 95.
You hear that? Looks like you're off the 95. And that's exactly what this is. Look, there's 95. He typed in the GPS coordinates given to him in degrees, minutes, seconds as a decimal, and it puts you right over here, and that's where the error happened. Do you guys get it? Does that make sense to you? It's not the same number at all. As a matter of fact, if you, if I click on this, this is where, let's see, let me get this one. 911 call. Let me turn that off. I already had a pin there. So if I right click on it, look what it says up here, 33, and this is the actual degrees, minutes, seconds. It says 33, 9, 55, 19. Well, that doesn't match at all on the screen over here because that's why it doesn't work. I mean, it's not the same location. So if you go over here, this one has 33, 9, 55, 19. So that just shows you that he just absolutely blundered it by him thinking, okay, where is it the decimal? Can you see the decimal? And she's clearly said degrees to him, but he doesn't know. This guy didn't know that the decimal version is pretty commonly used. As a matter of fact, it's more commonly used because it's easier to just put in. All right, but and me and Zozo were talking about it. It should be that everybody's phone has the decimal version, right? And by the way, we're at 0 right now, everybody. So if we could help support the channel, that'd be great. But yes, that it should all just be decimal, so it's easy to say. Like you just told somebody, okay, I'm at 33.1653, whatever the real one is. You would just say it. It'd be simple. Instead, we have a problem here because she was reading off the degrees, minutes, seconds, and he wrote it down as if it was a decimal and just kept putting the numbers in order, and it put him over there by Highway 95, and he was nowhere near where she was. I mean, literally, let's see how many miles away that is. Probably 4, I would guess. Well, it's 16 miles, so way far away. It wasn't even close. All right. So there you go. Hey, thanks, WNC Granny.
Chewbacca?
Oh, I'll do Chewbacca if you want me to.
I've got company and can't stay. I'll be back for donation night tomorrow. Have a blessed Easter, everyone.
Yeah, everybody have a great Easter. Kind of sucks that we are, the last day of the month's on an Easter, but, I guess is what it is. Ding, 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 ding. All right. Anyways, don't you think that I think that was a pretty good back engineering of what the problem was? I think that's exactly what he did. And you can tell that he's even doing that. He says decimal, and then she goes, yeah, decimal, instead of calling it degrees anymore. And then he goes all the way over here. They may have sent some people over here. But what I find incredibly ridiculous is even if she had died that day, anyways, because of the error, how come nobody found her later? I mean, did anybody want to go listen to the freaking 911 call when she gives out a perfect GPS coordinates that you just type the damn thing in and it puts you right there? I mean, right where her car was, right where her phone call was made, and she's 0.22 miles away from that. See, it just shows you like people just don't have intellectual curiosity sometimes. It drives me insane. It's like you're just sitting there going, yeah, okay, well, she wasn't there. Hey, what's next? Hey, you going bowling tomorrow? I mean, you'd think somebody would jump in there and go, holy crap, what's going on here? Let me hear this call again. Okay, let me write it down. Oh, shit, she's over here. Let's get 100 people out there. Let's do a half-mile radius. They would have found her the first freaking night, man. Easily. Absolutely easily. And it's just, God, it kind of reminds you a little bit of the Dan Doolin. I mean, when somebody said, hey, there's a guy at the bridge, he should have said something. It's just like you have to, I don't get it. I don't get this stuff. Like, doesn't anything pop into your head? Like later, this guy wasn't sitting at home, really just going, damn, how come we couldn't find her? Let me go back and listen to those coordinates again. Maybe I got something wrong. Oh shit, she's going in degrees, man, holy crap. Hey, get out. That didn't happen. Thank you, Carol Z, WNC Granny, and Wise Child. Anyways, it's just very, very frustrating. And it should be to everybody. But I think there should be a standard, don't you think? Hey, Holly G. Haven't seen you in a million years. Yep. Yeah, at the end, when you listen to it again at the end when she's scared, saying, you guys aren't going to find me, are you? I'm scared. I'm tired. She's like, I'm like dizzy. I think I'm going to pass out. And it's probably because it was so hot. She's just sitting there in the blazing sun in Southern California on a rocky mountain. But man, she did a great job of explaining where she was. She literally said exactly where she was. Literally. Like if you had flown a drone to her GPS coordinates, you could have grabbed it. But you didn't do it. Yeah. It's a weird one, too, because if this guy wasn't trained, he was probably just like, oh, yeah, no, it's 33. He knew to put negative 114 in there, at least, because when you switch to the decimal, you need to put the negatives in there. If you use the degrees, minutes, seconds, you use, like, west and north and that kind of thing. Anyways, man, that's just brutal. Absolutely insane, right? And then another thing we're going to be talking about tonight is the, let's see, let me get over to the right page. Oh, I guess I put the whole folder in there. Yeah, Tmon Hurt. His girlfriend actually gave me a whole bunch of like audio files on Facebook, and I just put them all together, and it's pretty interesting. I think she has absolutely nothing to do with anything. And the theory that I came up with at the end of that show, I think I just nailed it. I mean, it was like in the middle, late in the night, he calls over there and he's just kind of acting like he's, and then let's see. Are 911 operators ever told the outcome of calls? I just don't know where he went later. Like nobody knows where he is right now. Yeah, this is just one that's, that is what he did wrong, the 911 operator. But it's just one of those things like, what do you do now? I mean, they might have a case somewhere, or at least they can try to effect a change. That would be a more useful deal. To try to get a change made when it's like have all the phone manufacturers convert it to, this decimal only. Or when you press the button, it gives you both of them. But I would just say switch it to decimal only. It's so much easier to read for people and write down. I mean, who the hell knows where the degree symbol is on a keyboard? Hey, Holly G. Welcome again. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just better to make it standard decimal. And phone should have that on there, not like a degrees, minutes, seconds. I mean, I know that's good for like charting and whatever. It's just not that great. But that is what happened. In his mind, he switched over to decimals, and every number she said after the decimal, he wrote it down, and then he switched over to the other coordinate after she gave the directional information, and then put 114, and then wrote in 352500, and it put him over here by Highway 95 near Blythe. And just an absolute nightmare. So that's the reality. Yeah, it might be listless. I mean, it's sort of a world map type situation. I mean, I actually looked it up on Wikipedia, and it even describes how to convert it over. I guess basically what you do is you, the first number, like if it's 33 on the degrees one, you take the degrees and divide it by the feet by 60. It's actually, it's not really feet, it's minutes, okay? So you divide the number that you get by 60, and then you divide the seconds by 3600, and then put those numbers together, and then you get the decimal version. Is that a picture? Could they have? I mean, I gave the coordinates out on the I think it was at least the 27th, probably, on the show. Remember that girl was on here going, oh man, yeah, that's not where I was looking, and I was thinking that they were going to go back out there. I mean, maybe they did, but I don't know how you don't find her when she's just 0.22 miles right up a wash. It's not like it's a complicated spot here. Like, here's the mountain she's on. You just go up this wash right here, look under every little, oh, there she is right there, I mean, it doesn't seem like that's complicated. Here's where her car was, her phone ping here. They didn't have the right phone ping information either, location. That's the weird part. It's like when this case started and we put it in here, they didn't have the right phone ping location. They also didn't have the, I guess that's just it. They didn't have the right phone ping information. So I gave them this And they're like, oh, wow, we were over somewhere else. So they come over here, and then it just seems like she should have been found within the same day that they went there with those GPS coordinates. I know the map looks like, it doesn't show you actually what it looks like, but, But this is the GPS coordinates I gave them. And then their car was just right there, so that made absolute sense that it was here. Because she went up on top of a mountain to get better coverage, but she was only able to dial 911. And then she's found right there. Nude, apparently decomposition gases and so forth in there, and her what do you call it? Her passport was next to her. Now I was thinking later in the day, I was thinking, man, I wonder if the passport was that she realized that she was in bad shape and then wanted somebody to be able to identify who she was when she was found. Is that crazy? I think that might be the reality. Yeah, I did. It was found a long time ago. It was found right after she went missing. See, this is what I don't really get, you guys. This whole thing here. The 911 call GPS information has been known by law enforcement the whole time, apparently. Later on, they were able to get it. Right? I mean, let's see. Well, I don't know if that's true or not. I'm trying to figure this out. Yeah, so they knew where the car was. They had the GPS coordinates of the car. On the show the other day, listening to it again, it led to this GPS coordinate. And this is the decimal version. Right there. It was just me listening to the call and deciphering it and putting it on the screen, and it leads to right here. And then she's just found right there. I mean, how come somebody at law enforcement or the 911 office didn't re-listen to the call and do the same damn thing the same day? They had a distressed individual that was really scared, and it doesn't seem like anybody went, you know what, let's listen to that call again. Okay, write it down. She's doing degrees. Yeah, put that down. Okay, put that into Google Earth there. Oh, boom! Let's send some people out there. God, I don't know. I think it's just more of a sign of our degraded brain capacity in society. Just look at the people that comment on YouTube. Hey, thanks, KMIZ. Appreciate it. You got this whole segment of people in this case that were attacking the family every single day, every second, and they felt bad because they didn't get to go on the show and talk too. And I just think it's disgusting out here, All right, there you go. That is that portion. I just wanted to show you that that's what the fatal flaw of the 911 call was, is that he typed in the same numbers she gave, all in a string of decimals that led to right here, which is next to Highway 95, just like he said. All right, sucks. Thanks, Meg. People actually say that a lot. I mean, sometimes I think, man, I think I would have been pretty good. I do. I actually think I could have been pretty good at it. Especially with the tools they have, the creativity, the way my mind works different than other people. And I know it bugs other people if you say something like that, but it always has my whole life. So it's always a little different. And some people, it might be weird, or some people might think, oh, that's cool. Hey, thanks. Rad story. Okay, so here's what the next story is going to be. All right, so here's what we're going to do tonight, you guys. I don't know what the deal is. We're slow as hell to start the show. But let's try to get to, if we can get to, well, I can see the real numbers over here. If we get to 600, I will donate 500. And that's still a loss on my end because there's 33% taken by YouTube. But I'll donate 500 again to the United Cajun Navy, okay? And they actually are a good organization, not like some YouTubers like to try to pretend, all right? So if you guys want to help do that, I know it's a day before donation night, but you know, that'll get us up to 4,000 for the month, and then tomorrow we'll see if we can do 2 or 2,500 more. All right. So it's up to you guys. You can sit on your hands and twiddle your thumbs and toes, and we won't do it because if we don't hit the number, I'm not doing it. Okay.
Chewbacca? Oh, I'll be Chewbacca.
Well, look at that. There's the Broken Scout. Hello. He's helping out the Cajun Navy. You don't know it, but you're inspired my daughter. Oh, really? What did I do? Tell me about that, Holly. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we can do this. It's easy. Very simple. With 329 people, it's $1.50 a piece. Except nobody ever does that. It just never happens. Yeah, I'd like to hear that one, Holly G. Or tell you what, let's just make it, if we get to 500, I'll send 500 in. All right? It'll make it really simple for you. So right now we're at 127.98. I don't even know if this thing's updating over here on the left, but is everything working? Is stuff on? All right, but I'm going to tell you about this, and this is why. Look at this. So first of all, we have this one right here. Thank you, Amber Maiden. Anyone who deliberately impedes the investigation and search for Sebastian Rogers will automatically be considered a person of interest, especially when we know those individuals have extensive criminal records. We are finalizing some... Oh, here we go. That's a Broken Scout. The Broken Scout. But I mean, you know, I don't want it to affect, like, I mean, the problem is tomorrow night's our main big night, you know, so... I was just doing this. I mean, this could just be, you know, maybe we'll make it a 2-day event or something. I don't know. No, it's called the United Cajun Navy. They're the original ones. They're the originals. They're an actual .org. Okay. Hey, thanks to Broken Scout and Amber Maiden and Alley Cake. Man, you guys are awesome. I'm not sure what that means. No, it's not. Why is it out of line, kitty cat? Who's Chris? Who are you talking about? I think it's wrong to have the X of Chris on. Who are you talking about? Who's Chris? Who's the ex of Chris? Who, what, when, what are you even talking about? Got to type in a full sentence there, kitty cat. I have no idea what you're saying there. She watched you with me, went into the investigation journalism, now getting a double majoring. Ah, that's awesome. I don't know who does that. I'll turn it off after this. Sorry, guys. All right. Hey, thanks, Liz Sleuth. So let me ask you something. Who's interviewing there, kitty cat? Well, they're just morons. Okay. So here it is. Anyone who deliberately impedes the investigation and search for Sebastian Rogers will automatically be considered a person of interest, especially when we know those individuals have extensive criminal records. We are finalizing some intel that we will be turning over to law enforcement, and then we will begin the process of exposing those who actively tried to stop this search. These people are dangerous criminals, and the good people in and around Sumner County have a right to know about the evil embedded in their community. This is far from our first rodeo. We are honored to have been embraced by prominent members of this community, law enforcement, and elected officials. Just because a handful of mentally ill people with too much free time. See, I think it's, you know, it's a little weird sometimes when, I mean, people think it's weird when I go after somebody too, because it's like, why not just do your own thing, you know? And the reason is because it affects everybody tremendously. So look at, we cannot be scared, we cannot be intimidated, we cannot be told where to go or when to leave. We have had plenty of these violent types slapped with restraining orders, thrown in jail, fired from their jobs, and many other consequences. To those who threatened, attacked, and threatened to attack, we have your voices recorded. We have you on surveillance video. We have your vehicle information. We have your full arrest records. You will soon learn what happens when attacking the real Cajun Navy becomes more important to you than finding a missing child. Stay tuned. The tiger's on the prowl. That's great. All right, now listen, look at this. And after that, here's one right here. Look. Good morning, everyone. We're going to start our expose with the guy everyone has been warning us about. Jonathan Lee Riches investigates. He goes by JLR, which apparently stands for Just Lies Repeatedly. JLR is a convicted felon who spent multiple stretches of hard time in prison. Everything he's saying right here is true. One of which, the charges were attempted kidnapping of a kid who JLR claimed to be their uncle. He showed up to one of our early searches for Sebastian, not to assist, but to live stream. Hey, thank you so much, my little cutie. And Emil Lavender, and KMIZ, and everybody. We showed up to one of our early searches for Sebastian, not to assist, but to live stream it for his YouTube channel. Exactly. See, that's what I keep telling you people. Haven't I been saying, isn't it weird that somebody just goes around and films other people searching, but they're not searching themselves? I mean, why not go out, get a buddy, and go search and record what you're doing? Maybe that would be something. But, you know, so he showed up to one of our early searches for Sebastian, not to assist, but to live stream it for his YouTube channel. He didn't have any interest in helping. He was just trying to get views and make money off of a missing child. When he was asked to either help or leave, he became very combative and threatened one of our volunteers. So our incident commander informed him that he either had to vacate the search or law enforcement would be called. After digging into his background, we determined that someone with his past and with the current medications he is on, he is to be considered armed and dangerous, and we no longer would tolerate him at any of our events. Law enforcement has been watching him for a while, and they told us to immediately alert them if JLR was seen within 100 yards of a school. After that, he went on several psychotropic-induced rants about UCN spreading, United Cajun Navy spreading demonstrably false information about our organization, leaders, and volunteers. We know that he also had help and was fed some of this false information from some rival organizations who try to fundraise using names similar to ours. We will deal with those groups later. JLR spent a couple of weeks terrorizing the people of Sumner County, but he has now fled to another location because he found out law enforcement was looking for him. We know where he is currently, but will not share this location because we don't wish to be responsible for his personal safety. He's enough of a danger to himself. JLR suffers from severe mental issues and has not been in touch with reality for quite some time. If any of our followers encounter JLR, do not approach him in any way. He is armed and dangerous with an extremely violent criminal history. He will be dealt with legality and sent either back to prison or to a mental health facility where he can hopefully get the help he needs, whichever the judge determines. I mean, that's pretty crazy by United Cajun Navy there, but somebody has to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, let me, and also in their post, there is, let me close that down here. Way back over here. Right here, listen to that. Watch
A convicted felon who made a trip to Newtown, Connecticut and posed as gunman Adam Lanza's uncle has been arrested.
35-year-old Jonathan Lee Riches, who you see right here, is a convicted felon, and he told townspeople he was Lanza's uncle. He was arrested for federal parole violation.
Riches was reportedly released earlier this year after serving 10 years in a federal prison. The smoking gun reports just 2 days after the Newtown school massacre, Riches drove to Connecticut in an attempt to visit Lanza's home, but was turned away by real family members. He also attended a memorial site where he identified himself as Adam Lanza's uncle and dropped to his knees praying for the victims. And it seems Riches has a history of grabbing headlines. Since January of 2006, Riches has allegedly filed more than 1,000 lawsuits across the country. Some of his more interesting cases include suing Elvis Presley for stealing his sideburns, suing rapper 50 Cent for a reported $35 billion for stealing his lyrics, and an estimated 57 pages worth of defendants that include the likes of President George W. Bush, Queen Elizabeth, and the European Union for unspecified civil rights offenses. Riches is currently serving a 5-year federal probation term and is not allowed to leave Pennsylvania without permission.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, everybody. Now, I mean, I'm not going to say that, like, every time he's out there, it's some, like the Cavalcanti thing, I thought it was kind of valuable. He's out there filming, and the people living there felt a little safer because there was at least somebody filming something. But the reality is that's who this person is, all right? So you got to always know that that's in the background. Now, you might go, oh, everybody changes. I mean, give me a break, man. All those decades doing those kind of things, I don't know. So that's real, right? You can go look it up yourself on Google. And I've said that before. Just look him up on Google. But people just go, I don't know, man. They want to believe. So he'll probably get these more hardened fans out there, you know, the sort of almost criminal types or people that have been criminals, and they'll be really pumped about it. All right, right now we're at 284. If we get up to, like I said, 500, I'll send in 500 to the Cajun Navy because they are, I think they're good, you know, and I feel like I want to support them. And then next month we'll get back on to the, like, Texas EquiSearch, etc. So there you go. He's grandiose. There's a great video here on YouTube about him. Yeah. I think I've seen it. I just think it's strange how people, they won't care, though. You know, that's the thing. It's still sensationalism TV is sensationalism TV, and everybody's going to want to watch it. You know, it won't make a damn bit of difference to anybody. I mean, what do you guys think? You know? I mean, wouldn't you feel weird if, like, you guys have been following my show, and then that's what you see about me that I was doing before? I mean, maybe you would think differently about me because we've 7 years of this, and you know what I'm doing. But I still think it would make people go, God, really? You didn't tell us about that? You didn't say that? Hey, thanks, Osiris Stewart and Lil Redo. Yeah, so what were you talking about up there earlier, Kit Caddy or Caddy? What was it, Kit Caddy? No, I can't remember what the... You were talking about... so who's interviewing whose ex? The stepdad's ex? Right, you think she's going to have something nice to say? It's just looking for that. Lil Red Zero? Oh, what did I say? Lil Redo? Okay. Lil Red Zero. Okay. Yeah, okay, got it. I don't know if I'll remember the next time, but I appreciate it. Thank you guys for the support there. Now we're only 192 away. No, I don't want to say who it was. I just want to know, are you talking about the stepdad's ex-wife? And I can put the like Skype up here if you guys want to call in about any of this stuff. But I would like to try to get up to the number so that we can send that in and then just continue on with the show. All right, I thought it would be pretty easy. It seemed like it was going to be there for a minute, and then it just went wah, wah, wah. Cried for hours. Yeah, well, you know, there's a little bit of a similarity, it feels like, in... I don't know, I don't want to really think that way. I don't really know. I was thinking about in the Tmon Hurt case. You know, like comparing Nancy Grace's interview that she did. It's a little bit, you know. I don't know, I think when you listen to the girlfriend, you'll think differently. Yep. The Summer Wells case, people are also the ones doing Delphi. They switched over to that too. All about hating on the prosecution and the judge. You know, they all want Richard Allen to be free. They'll claim that they're doing it because they want a fair trial. They don't give a shit about that. They just want to do the conspiracy talk nightly, you know. And that's just really what it is. So I think it's kind of a joke. You know, it's embarrassing, really. What are you talking about, Big R? Are you one of the people that got gifted a membership? Here, somebody check out, what date was that account created? Can you look that one up? Somebody? Amber? Like, tell me when that was made. I bet it's a new one. That's pretty new. So are we done on the getting up to the number tonight, you guys? Hey, look at that. It's Sharon Gornick. Yeah, there we go. The Broken Scout did it again. Come on, you guys. Jesus. Don't make him be the... Okay. All right, so Le Sleuth said, when Madeline Soto... Oh, come on, the Broken Scout. Jesus. Man, why don't you guys help out the Broken Scout, you guys? I mean, good Lord. There's freaking 400 people here. You don't think it's... You know, we're trying to get some money sent off to the Cajun Navy. Jesus. All right, let's see. But thank you so much, the Broken Scout. He's going to be the Broke Scout in a minute because he's the only one sending it in. Come on! That Broke Scout. Oh, Jesus. Hey, thanks. There it is. Lil Red Zero. Got it. Okay, so Le Sleuth was saying in the Madeline Soto case a theory that... Let's see. I don't agree with it, however, because he's not even home at that time. But he apparently, the theory is that he turned the shower on in the house. That Stearns turned the shower on so that Jen would be able to think, oh yeah, okay, sure, that was her getting dressed at 8. You know, but she didn't really see her. Well, thank you again, the Broken Scout, Paulette Leonard, and see that? That's all my gray money for about a year. Do you guys hear that? Jesus, you guys. Paulette Leonard and Little Red Zero. We're now we're only 60. Oh, there's Peter. Not sure where we're at now. We're only $70 short of the 500 going out to the United Cajun Navy. Cindy Leon, 44 months. Are you working tonight, Cindy? Seems like you're always working, listening to me on replay. And she's probably one of the main super thanks givers. Like, she's always like watching the videos later. I bet I'm a pretty good show for like killing time. Hey, look at that. Sharon Gornick will match 100. So what does that mean? Well, of what? 100 of we're already at 429 right now. Well, thank you very much, Cindy Lynn, for support for the channel. I mean, tomorrow's our normal donation night, but I was thinking, you know, we could just do like a direct $1-to-1 for the United Cajun Navy, even though it's a loss, like it's actually, you know, 30% goes to YouTube, so it's really, I only get $350 comes into the channel, but I'll give out 500. So that's sort of the. I just heard another channel bash this group, but when I heard you talk about this group, I knew the other folks were. What are you referring to? I mean, you don't have to say, but what case are you referring to? Yeah, that's okay. I love those can support Mr. Gray. Awesome. Love those. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's awesome. What does it say over here? We're at 460. The number on the screen, there it is. It just caught up right there. So we're only 40 away. So if you want to match, oh, you can do PayPal, Sharon, if you want. Yeah. So we get to. How about if we get to 500, which is only 40 away? How about that? So we're almost there. And then we're going to go to Cajun Navy, and then we'll move on to the Tmon Hurt case, and then we'll, after we do that, we can just open up the lines and talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about. Yeah, I mean, I feel really lucky. I have like the most generous supporters, and I think they kind of like the overall mission that we do here. You know, like, yes, it does help support me, but we're also, we make a massive difference out there. I mean, if you look over here, we are at $191,100 given away to various organizations. You know, so, you know, some people go, Gray, you're just grifting. I mean, they say this shit all the time, and it just drives me batty. First of all, I'd be embarrassed if I was that shitty of a grifter, where I literally gave away $191,100 that I could have kept somehow. But no, it's just, I try to give away, it used to be like 50% of the net revenue, but it's always been about 33% of the entire gross income. And I still have to pay taxes, all that shit. So, you know, I think it's pretty freaking reasonable, don't you think? And this is over since January of 2020, that number. It's weird when you think of 2020, it seems like it was yesterday, right? But man, you know, now we're in 2024, and it's just, time just goes by too fast. So you guys, we have to get up to the $500 number for Sharon Gornick to then match 100, and maybe they'll make up for a little bit of the 30-something%. I don't even have the number up on the screen, so how come? Let me answer it. Hello, this is Grape. Oh, must have been a troll. We are, let me get to the other screen. We're at 459.93. 460.16 really over here. I don't know why that's less up there, but I have the number from YouTube. And thanks, Sharon Gornick. That was very kind of you. All right, look at that. Mystery Christie got us up to 470. Gotta grab this. please smash that like button once. Use your nose, use your toes, whatever it takes. Just hit the button. Very simple. I had a channel, there's a guy out there that looks just like Adolf Hitler that watches my show, and he's the one that called in the other night. I kind of thought that might have been him. And he just sits there around and sort of like mimics the show, and it's just so ludicrous what he's saying. It's not even close. He puts the hat on, and you know, he can't even find the right one. It's just ridiculous. But he looks just like Adolf Hitler if he just made the mustache a little thinner in the middle. Oh, look at that. Lil Red got us up to, I think we're, what are we at here? We should be only $10 short now. Almost there. I know. He's one of those YouTubers that just sort of jumped on board. So what they try to do is try to be cool with the other channels that are the lunatics like Slow Joe and all those ones, and then try to get those people to jump on their his bandwagon, when really that's just the wrong direction to go. What you want to do is to cover true crime rationally. You know what he says? That I do overlays in the Delphi case. I haven't done one overlay. I've done side by side. That's a big difference. Now the body size, sure, you make it go over and you can go, see, it's very similar body size. That's about it. Yeah, we're at $4.90 and 15 cents. Up there it says $4.89.92. I don't know why it's different, but I got the YouTube number off to the side here. And thanks, Lil Red Zero. Very nice, very nice. All right, thanks. You should see this guy. It's just ridiculous. Has his head shaved all the way up on both sides. Has that flopped hair over. Literally, if he just made a narrow mustache, he'd look exactly like Adolf Hitler. Let's see. Man, you guys, we're 10 short. Let's go. Come on. There we go. Is that Georgina Stoliker? That's Canadian, though. I'm not sure. Up, $4.98.50. Who's doing it? Who's doing the $3? All right. Or whatever it is, $1.50. That's good enough. All right, here we go. There's the United Cajun Navy. Your hair's gonna look like what? Okay, I have to I'll show you the receipts in a minute. I gotta do this on my own over here though. Enter in my personal information. Who do you want to dedicate this one to? What do you think? In memory of, maybe, how about somebody that's been missing that was found later? I guess we could, hell, let's just do it for Amanda Nenegar, somebody like that, because she's passed away. We don't know where Sebastian Rogers is. This is dedicated to the memory of, right? So I'm going to do Amanda Nenegar. All right. Hey, Broken Scout, thank you very much for your generosity there, too. And all of you that chipped in there. And the rest of the night, I guess, is just for Grant Hughes Investigates for tomorrow. Contact information. I already typed that in. Oh wait, send note. Yeah, I'll just send it to myself. Okay, so now I gotta do put in card information. Sorry about that. Put your PayPal. Put up your PayPal. What is my PayPal? Can you just tell her the name on it? Amber or somebody out there? Just type in like, isn't it like, I mean, there's the link right there, but that would take you out of here, I guess. Yeah, but she just wants the name so she doesn't have to leave or something. I don't know what you mean by that. Gray, please put up your PayPal so I don't have to leave channel to donate. Anybody know how to do that for her? Can you guys help her out, please? Okay, I'm just putting in the numbers here. I don't feel like I need to do play-by-play, but people get so antsy. I'm leaving. He's not. Okay. Here we go. Anything? What's it saying? Okay, and boom. Did it go through? Is it still clocking? I mean, what's it doing? Your receipt. Oh yeah, so I got the receipt on the screen here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's well, I guess it's 500 330 2024 Cajun Navy. That's me, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so let's check our. Let me see if it came in through PayPal though. Well, it wouldn't. It wouldn't do that. Might send a receipt to my email though, because I put it in. Oh, and there it is right there. Okay, so here is the actual email that came in just now. Gray Hughes, and there it is, 500, one time in memory of Amanda Nenegar, right there. Okay, boom. All right, there we go. So thanks, freaks. And before we leave this area, we'll have to go over here to the main window and put in, let's see, the grand total. So 191,600. And then this year, right now we're at 12. Pretty good. Not bad at all. All right. Anyways, thanks freaks for making that happen. All right. You guys still here? I notice we are up a few from when I started doing that. I'm looking forward to when JLR donates a nickel of the thousands he gets on a show. Let's see. You're so welcome. I mean, it looks like a bingo, like a slot machine in there. Well, I mean, everything is just based on the generosity of all you guys. Yeah, that's funny. Chad Scadum. I am just not familiar. Yeah, well, you don't want to be Lil Red Zero. I mean, he does. I mean, I give him credit just that he shows up on scenes with his camera and films. But you got to know what you're dealing with here. It isn't really this sensible sort of, just showing up. There's always stuff behind the scenes. And, I mean, he's sitting there arguing with the actual searchers and then trying to discredit them when he didn't look for a damn thing. Tell me what he looked for. He filmed other searchers looking for people. And I've been saying that for days. What's the intrigue of filming other people filming other people searching for somebody? But there is value to having somebody there live, boots on the ground, as they say, filming different things. I've used some of his shots that he has because you go, oh, look, you can see, various things that you need to see. He doesn't really know what he's looking at half the time, but I know what I'm looking for, and sometimes it's valuable footage in there. Yeah. He gets people fired. I don't know how he could get anybody fired. He doesn't. I mean, there's nothing he can say about somebody else. Yeah. Well, that's too bad, Bun Bun. That means you're, got a little low IQ. Let's see. If you watch his chat, you can see the effect he has on the mob. Yeah. Everybody, he works people up. He blames family members a lot. Like, for example, in the Sebastian Rogers case, we don't know who is, what's going on in that case, at all. They might not be the greatest parents or whatever you want to think, but there's no evidence yet that they had anything to do with his disappearance, is there? I mean, maybe if you want to say that he ran away, but there's no evidence that they did something to him. And yet it's just claimed like it's a fact. And it might turn out to be that in the future, but that'll just be luck that somebody thought that. It's not like, because what I've seen so far, there's been some changing stories and like things are a little different here and there, but they're not these massive things. You can nitpick on some. Oh, we've had 2 detectives. Oh, we had 3. Oh, do you see that? They said 3. The other said 2 before. Mm-hmm. Yeah. People come in here like they're proud to watch somebody like that. What a bunch of idiots. God, get out of here. And it's okay. Like, I get it. Like, everybody watches some of the stuff. But you got to really understand what you're doing there. Okay? Hey, thanks so much, Sharon Gornick. And also thanks to Sandy Shirley and Sharon Gornick. Very kind, very kind. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What is going down? Man, we actually have an emoji saying, what the hell is this? That's basically what you just said. Did you hear what I said?
Did you hear what I said?
Did you hear what I said?
There's mosquitoes the size of bald eagles in that dadgum swamp.
We need to have a competition on who can say that the best. There's mosquitoes the size of bald eagles in that dadgum swamp. Did you hear what I said? And then
5 brain cells, 4 aren't working.
Who doesn't love Grady Judd, everybody? I mean, he's the greatest sheriff in the history of mankind. I think he should be the Attorney General and let his philosophy spread through the entire country. Or maybe create a new position, like Sheriff General. Don't you think that'd be amazing? To have a sheriff that is then oversees and sort of has some say in all of the rest of the United States. He's over the top of the police departments and other sheriff's departments, and his belief system is then incorporated into the rest of America. And don't you love Florida, by the way? You guys, listen. Today, they just made it illegal to squat. Wow, what a concept. Whoa, that's weird. How is squatting ever legal anywhere? Anybody? Doesn't that make you angry? Now what party thinks it's okay to squat? Listen, it's not okay to be squatters, everybody. You got people that go into your house, like you're on vacation. I mean, I just want to know the answer to this question. How come there's anybody out there that's for squatters? I don't believe in squatters' rights at all. They should have zero. There's no such thing. It's like life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Property is part of all that. You get to have somebody go into your house because you're not there, sit down, get a couple bills sent and go, oh, I'm a squatter. I think it should be legal to go in there, and if somebody's in your house, you can take lethal force against them. And that's what they have in Florida. I mean, what are you talking about? Let me ask you this. What is the difference between going into your property and somebody breaks in the door and you use lethal force against them, or you going into your own home and seeing somebody sitting in there and they won't leave? It's the same damn thing. There's no difference. There should be no such thing as squatters' rights. Who the hell came up with this stuff? Oregon is a joke for that stuff. Takes you like months and months of legal paper. And by the way, they're in the house just, using sledgehammers on the walls, pissing on everything. And people are just like, I don't know. This should be an outrage to everyone. Man, I tell you what, this is how it would work. A little bit like DeSantis. When you got these rich people from Martha's Vineyard going down and hanging out in Florida for a few months, truck a whole bunch of people in there, and have them squat in their homes. Oh, yeah. Watch how quick this shit turns around after that. Man, I don't understand. I mean, does anybody understand even the concept of this? How it even is even a thing? Somebody else owns the freaking property, and you get to go into the house and just like, hey, it's mine now. What the hell is this stuff? It actually almost makes me want to cry. It's just like, it has no basis in logic at all. There's nothing about it that makes sense. Can anybody type a sentence in that makes sense about it? I mean, if that was on a national ballot, I think it would be 90, well, actually, it'd probably be 60-40, because we know a whole bunch of people would be, I don't know, I think it's okay. You see, they don't have a place to live. Why should the rich people with two houses get to have the other house too? Those meanies, they should let it's just, give me a break. God. Let's just look at it for a minute. I wasn't even going to be talking about this one. But what is this? Squatters' rights. What the hell is this? Oregon. Oh, look at it. It goes right to Oregon. I mean, look at this. Oregon squatters' rights. It's adverse possession. Squatters must have lived in the property for 10 consecutive years or 20 years for... that's not true. There's people that have just got into a house and they won't leave. In Oregon, the law requires that the squatter maintain continuous possession of the property for a period of 10 years. But I don't even care if that's the law. It's not theirs. Like, if I don't want to go on vacation for 10 years, somebody else can't just take it. Where is this one? Squatters Act passed. Rise in homeowners versus squatters incidents prompts action for lawmakers. Squatters' rights in Portland. And guess what? A lot of the illegals coming over the border, they're being taught. One guy was yelling out how to do it. So that means it's not something that's got to be 10 years. Let's see. Adverse possession's different to me. Yeah, they keep calling it adverse possession. Yeah, forget. I don't even want to. It's just, you guys have seen it, right? These people, they go to their vacation home, and there's somebody sitting in there, and they can't get them out. In fact, this one person was taken away in handcuffs for trespassing on their own property because a squatter claimed it was theirs. What a bunch of morons we are, man. Unbelievable. Yeah, well, that's what they say in Florida. They say in Florida, just, we'd rather have you just, you know, take care of business, as it were, as Ragin' Cajun just said. All right, just a second. I got to blow my nose. Woo, man, that makes me angry. Is there anybody, like, let's do a poll here. I just want to see what this is. We know where this will end, though, right? We know how this is going to happen. It's usually people that have no ambition, who never seek to have anything better. They're the ones that vote yes. Because they'll never try to get like some other place that they might use as a cabin. Or... So here we go. Do you agree with squatters' rights? Like, meaning they get to, you know. And see, look at how there's already somebody that voted the other way. Isn't that sick? I mean, you're mentally ill, you know. It's but those are usually the trolls that show up in here. So right now we have 82 votes, and that means there's 10 either morons or they're trolls. Usually it's we got a 10% count on the troll number. Because there's nobody with a rational brain would vote yes on that, right? Unless they accidentally hit the button. But we always have trolls watching, and they type in the exact opposite of what a rational-minded person would type in. So we're at 106, and that means there's at least 11 or 12 absolute morons in the chat currently. I guess only 6. We're at 6%. There's 7 or maybe 7 people. Do illegals get squatting rights? Yeah, they can come in, take over. Yeah, that's exactly what they were trying to tell people to do. It's wild. They get taught all the stuff to do when they get here. You know, hey, do this, do that. I think my mic was down too low. Or maybe for you guys it was just right, but not for me, man. I need to be able to scream into the microphone. Anyways, thank you guys very much. Earlier we got to 500. We sent in $500 to the United Cajun Navy, who is out there defending themselves with absolute factual information. Isn't that amazing? And some people say, don't get involved, don't worry about it. Why are you talking about somebody else? Just do your... No, because they're out there discrediting and putting out bullcrap information. There you go. The other people, you know, the ones that they're... You know, it's like when I go after a different YouTuber, it's not because I can't wait to do it. It's because I know that they're tricking and putting out false information to their viewers, and it's just to gin people up. I know for a fact when people are doing that. And I think everybody should be calling them out. There should be like some sort of a rating system of factual information. And I mean, I think that'd be pretty interesting, wouldn't it? A rating system on YouTube in the true crime community where it showed where people were on that chart. I think we'd be right at the top there. Anyway. Yeah, thanks all of you. Really kind, really kind. All right, so let's see. We're at 133, and we're still standing strong at 6%. All right, so that means there's either... Okay, so for anybody in there that typed yes, can you explain why? Anybody? Or are you too ashamed to admit that you're one of the ones that think squatters' rights are great? Let's see. Who would type in gray after you've been berating them? Look at who wouldn't be. You should be ashamed of yourself if you voted yes on that. God, just think about it, man. Let's say you go on a vacation for a month to Europe. You come back and somebody's in your house and you have to go through all kinds of legal maneuvers to get back into your own freaking house. You think that's okay? Yeah, forget it. I don't think so. I don't think so, Cindy. There's about 12 people hitting the wrong button. That'd be tough, wouldn't it? I think it's mainly the trolls. So I think if you could quietly have a national debate or a national vote like this, it would be 99-1 of people who agreed with it. And you got to ask yourself, who came up with this? Like, who sat around and went, I got a great idea for the homeless population. So if Joe down the street, he's on vacation, and one of the homeless people runs into their home and claims it as their own, we'll just let him stay there for a while. I'm sure the homeowner has enough money to stay in a hotel or something for a while, and it'll free us up thousands of dollars a year. And we'll let them wrangle it out in court. Hotels will make extra money. Well, yeah. Disgusting. Well, I don't know, Chicken Wing, because there's people that agree with it. That's why it exists. If every single person was against it, it wouldn't even exist. And that means right now we're at, about 13, 14 people have voted that way. It has gone nutty. Do you think this would occur in 1880 something? You come home after a hunting trip and there's somebody just living in your house said, hey, that's mine now. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, exactly. That just happened recently, Deborah. Yep, exactly. Yeah, and they go in there and they destroy it. And who pays for that? Not the government who allowed the squatter. The person living in there. They probably thought, it's a boon for our society. Just like I said, they'll have to live in a hotel while they negotiate with their lawyers. The lawyers will make money. The hotel will make money. And then the squatter will destroy the inside of the house. And then the homeowners will have to use their insurance. And the insurance money will come in and pay for all the fixing of the house and the restoration. And oh, man, it'll be great for our communities. The money that will come in. It'll be awesome. We're talking about squatters' rights, Ashy Snow. It wasn't really something I was going to be talking about, but I brought it up. All right, here we go. Let's move on to the I think it's, how do you pronounce it? The Montezhurt, right? Right here. So let's kind of revisit the what were those screenshots we were looking at? Was that in here? No. It was like that conversation we were reading yesterday. Or the 28th, not yesterday. In there. Let me check this one. Ah, crap. I don't know where it is. But there was that conversation that they had on text messages. I don't remember where I put those. It was the one that we were reading where this is the guy that was at the he went to the he was at his girlfriend's house. Then there's something weird going on in the night, and his girlfriend's dad came out and he was naked, and then she got embarrassed, but then he got taken to the hospital because his grandmother made him go to the hospital. And then after he was at the hospital for a while, the hospital let him go. And the grandmother bought him a bus ticket from the Greyhound station to go back to, I don't know if it was St. Louis or where the hell he was going back to. And then he's trying to go through the door, and he grabs the front door, and let's see, and it doesn't open because it's closed. So this is at like 11:53, and the Greyhound bus station closed at 4. Then he turns around and walks over to the cab that he got a ride there. The hospital paid for the cab. And he just walks there and then immediately turns around. There's no interaction with the cab. There's no attempt at all to recover his phone or anything. And then apparently he walks like 8 miles straight down this road all the way down to here. And then at 1:30, which is about the amount of time it would take to walk down there, he's spotted right here at a traffic camera right in this area. And he disappeared. Now, if you remember on, a lot of people were accusing like the girlfriend, and we were, it was a theory. You can theorize. You're like, man, maybe something happened at the girlfriend's house, or it was some gang-related thing. But you remember late in the show where I started theorizing based on the text messages, and that's when it all just kind of came together. It was something about I think my theory was that it was early in the morning, like 3, 4 in the morning, and that's when the dad came out. Then he calls his grandmother, and maybe he wasn't really intoxicated, but made it sound like he was to her. And then she took him to, had her, called, made sure that he made his way to the hospital because he was like having some mental breakdown, she thought. And then the girlfriend's like, man, why'd you do that? In the text messages, you were cool before, and then you do all that. Why'd you do that? And he's like, yeah, I'm sorry. I'll come back and apologize. And those text messages were at 7 in the morning. So that means he's already at the hospital, recovering from whatever he claimed was going on. And, you guys remember that? I mean, it was a couple days ago. So the girlfriend, though, of the house that he was at, she actually left me voice messages on Facebook. I put them all together. She gave me permission to play them, and I think it matches exactly what we were saying. And the grandmother, I'm not sure. I don't know if I believe her story at all, to be honest with you. Okay. So listen to this. You guys ready? You're not familiar with it? Well, we went over the whole case a couple nights ago. You got to be here. Yeah. I'll just read it. If you're not familiar with it, I'll read this. But come on, you guys. Watch the show every once in a while. It's right here. Missing person. Tmon Hurt, the black male, 19 years old, black and red hair, brown eyes, 6'1", 160 pounds, was seen wearing a royal blue price chopper polo and green sweatpants on February 1st, 2024 in the area of 12th and Troost Avenue. That's where the Greyhound bus station is. And believed to have been seen walking in the area of 77th Street, Troost. That's that other place way down there. At 1:30 p.m. He also has a tattoo on his right arm, and if anyone has seen Mr. Hurt, please contact the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department. And maybe we'll just play a couple more of these so you can get caught up here.
First at 10, you are looking at a social media post sent out by Kansas City, Missouri police just hours ago asking for the public's help to find 19-year-old Tmon Hurt, who is from St. Louis. The college student went missing nearly 2 months ago while visiting Kansas City. Tonight, his grandmother wants to know why it took police so long to send out this alert.
And tonight, Justin Andrews is talking to an expert about the disparities and how missing persons cases are.
What are you talking about? Sam Corey, 40% of the missing population are people of color, according to the Black and Missing Foundation's co-owner, still grieves.
I just want to find my baby.
With every new hour that goes by, there are new questions growing into Kona Donald Sullivan's mind. Almost 2 months after her 19-year-old grandson, Tmon Hurt, from St. Louis, went missing in Kansas City.
The police could have helped. They could have helped me a long time ago.
Nearly 60 days after she reported him missing, Wednesday afternoon, Kansas City police posted Tamontez on Facebook as a missing person. The department sent First Alert 4 this heavily redacted incident report, only telling us a detective has been assigned to the case and the investigation is ongoing.
I really feel...
She says Kansas City police were dispatched to where her grandson was.
Okay, let me see.
He was in distress, which scared me.
She says Kansas City police were dispatched to where her grandson was, and an ambulance took him to the hospital for evaluation. The hospital called him a rideshare once he was discharged, taking him to this Greyhound station. This surveillance video from the station shows the last time Tamontez was seen.
And he's holding, those are his hospital papers in his hands.
It's someone's son and grandson, and they need to find him.
Founder of Black and Missing Foundation says 40% of the missing population are people of color.
Yeah. So let me see. Let me do this one right here. And Nancy Grace actually interviewed the grandmother like a month ago. You know, and so that's a whole different perspective listening to the grandmother. I actually believe the girlfriend's information, 100%. It matches every single element. Almost 2 months after Missouri Western State University state freshman Tmon Hurt went missing from a Kansas City Greyhound station on February 1st, his grandmother is still searching for answers. My heart says Tmon is still with us, but because I haven't saw him, let's see. My mind wonders what happened between the zip trip, that's like the taxi, the hospital, and these are the things I'm worried about, said Hurt's grandmother, Tacona Sullivan. Sullivan says Hurt was visiting a friend in Kansas City after attending school. So he was visiting a girl. She received a call from him in the early hours of that Thursday, February 1st, and says at around 3:30 a.m., he told her he believes someone may have drugged him. Police were dispatched to his location, and an ambulance took him to St. Luke's Hospital for evaluation. This is where it gets really confusing, because I get him out of that situation. This is the grandmother saying that. I asked the police why they didn't investigate the situation. Sullivan says he was cleared to be discharged at the hospital, and the hospital called the zip trip to the Greyhound station. She then bought him a ticket to St. Louis, where she lives. So what's interesting is the girlfriend has a really sort of astute observation there. And I'll say what she said now, just because it's relevant, is if he was in such severe mental distress, why did you buy a bus ticket for him? Wouldn't you have went and picked him up? And you know, it's like a bus. You're on a bus with all this mental distress, and you get onto a bus. That is weird. That's like a really great observation there. I think that's something to wonder about, right? Like, that's kind of strange. I mean, really just kind of think about that for a minute. If you had a child that was in severe mental distress, wouldn't you go get them instead of sending them a bus ticket while they're still in what you believe is mental distress on that bus? I don't know. See, that's interesting to me. I think that was kind of interesting that she referenced that. I don't know. In this case, I don't know. Revengeance. I don't think race has anything to do with this one. It's why it's not popular is the race, but the so it says in surveillance video taken at 11:53, Hurt is seen on camera getting dropped off at the Z Trip car to the station. He walks to the door and tries to get inside. After realizing the doors were locked, he turns back to the car and walks away. Sullivan hasn't seen him since. Please help me knock on some doors. Help me look for my grandson. We love him too. All right. So you sort of have this. So just in general, he went to his girlfriend's house and he started acting up, And then it was like at 3 in the morning, he claims he was all drugged up and he was making a commotion at the house, and the dad had to get up and embarrassed his girlfriend. And then the cops show up, and then he's taken by ambulance, and the cops are there. They're all over the place, but he's already at the hospital. And then they're texting back and forth, and she's like, "Why'd you do this?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'll apologize to you, I don't know why I can't find those text messages, though. That seems like it was pretty easy. Like I had them, but I don't know where they are now. So, and then the grandmother got him the hospital bought him a cab ride to the Greyhound bus station. Then the grandmother bought him a bus ticket back home, or to St. Louis or something. And he went there, but the doors were locked because it doesn't open until 4. So then he walked back to the the taxi cab, and he just turned around. He went to the door and turned around immediately. There was no attempt to get into the car or anything. And by the way, thank you up there to Simply Me. All right, let's listen to this. I think you'll find it interesting.
I'm going to send a voice clip because I really do not like typing. I really wasn't going to respond, to be honest, because I'm really tired of people just coming to me asking me questions like...
Right. Like I asked her I just said, hey, I just want to know if you can help out, get some more information. And, a day or so later she responded, and this is what she said. I thought she sounded nice, and,
I was the last, he was seen with, or he was the last with me when it wasn't even that case. Like, he was last seen at that Greyhound, and they need to be questioning that, that passenger, not the passenger, the freaking taxi driver, wherever he is. But let me just start from the beginning, or let me just, give me 1 second.
I think she has kids that are playing in the background, so if you're wondering.
Let me send this voice clip. Okay, so the day he came over, before he even...
So it kind of starts and stops, right? Because there's a whole bunch of clips. They do kind of run together. I think she continually talked, and then Facebook just puts a minute. All right, so let me rewind a little bit.
The beginning, or let me just, give me 1 second. Let me send this voice clip. Okay, so the day he came over, before he even came over, we was up praying. I actually have a video of that on my feed page as well. You can go look at that. He was cool. He wasn't really tripping or anything. He came over my house with a blunt. Yes, I smoke weed. He does also. Came over with a blunt he got from his uncle, I was told, and we smoked it. And I was cool. I wasn't, I wasn't tweaking out or none of that, So he said he was hungry. So I have 2 children. I left my 2 babies there. Mind you, this is not the first time he been to my house. He been to my house multiple times. So he was my boyfriend. So of course, I'm comfortable with him. So before anybody get to say anything, I'm comfortable with him.
Yeah. See, she trusts her boyfriend, right? See, that's the thing. Isn't it suck that she has to explain a story like that? Yeah. I went to get him some food. He just stayed there for a minute or so while she goes to the store. But instead she has to say, hey, before you start freaking out. I mean, they were together, she trusted him. That was her boyfriend.
So I get back to the house. He's on the phone with his grandmother. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? She said, you left your kids with him? You're just as stupid as him. Now, when she said that...
That's what the grandmother said to her. So she was on the phone. So I don't know what time this is, but it's earlier in the evening. Or, not 3 in the morning. And he's already talking to the grandmother, right? But then the grandmother says, you let your kids stay with him, you're just as stupid as he is, right? So now there's a whole different vibe now, right? If you go watch the Nancy Grace interview with the grandmother, it sounds totally different, right?
I was confused on what the heck was going on, because I'm like, girl, I always leave my son with my kids with him. Not always, but when I'm going to the store around the corner, Family Dollar or anything, I trust him. You know what I mean? We're, we at least try to be, God's children. So, you know, and my nothing has happened to my kids or anything. But like I said, she said, you're just as dumb as him, leaving him there, why he's acting like this. And I'm like, how is he acting? Like, what's going on? Because he was just cool not too long ago. You know, I ordered him some Wendy's, and, you know, and at first it was, oh, Granny, you know, I ain't getting no sleep. I've been up for this many days, and And it's just crazy because he never told me none of this. You know, like when he came over my house, I said before that, we was praying, we was on the phone, you know, I Ubered him to my house and everything, you know, so I was just, I don't know. I was just confused on what was going on. So, let's fast forward. Let's fast forward to where we're going on our date. The same day, those videos of him in the car kissing me and everything when he was in yellow, that was the same day that he was so-called tweaking out. Now, the family members did not want to believe me, but I said what I said on them lives. That man was pretending. Yes, he was pretending to be on drugs. Yes, he was. I know that's like definitely hard to hear for everybody because they want something to blame for him while he was acting out, but he was definitely pretending, and I did not notice until I sat him down and I talked to him.
Man, I totally agree with what she's saying. I believe this story here. It matches exactly those text messages from yesterday.
I said to Montez, why are you putting your family through this? Why are you? Because like I said, like every time he got off the phone with his peoples, he was okay. He got on the phone with him, he got to acting like he was on drugs. Mind you, I've been around drug heads. Hold on. Been around drug heads. I've been around tweakers. You know what I mean? I've been around people. And the only reason why, let me just tell you, like what you said about him running outside naked. We were in bed, okay? We were doing our duty, you feel me? And he did not know that somebody had called him. I believe it was his mom. And he did not know that my dad was out there. So when he ran out there, he was shocked as hell. Like he was like, oh shoot, my dad's there. So he was on drugs, mind you.
I'm gonna rewind it a little bit. I just want to hear this.
I've been around drug heads. Hold on. Been around drug heads. I've been around tweakers. You know what I mean? I've been around people. And the only reason why, let me just tell you, like what you said about him running outside naked. We were in bed, okay? We were doing our duty, you feel me? And he did not know that somebody had called him. I believe it was his mom. And he did not know that my dad was out there. So when he ran out there, he was shocked as hell. Like he was like, oh shoot, my dad's there. So I couldn't get up because I was naked myself, and I'm just like, oh my God, to Montez, like, what are you doing? So after that, he on the phone with his mom, grandma, that happened, and his grandma was like, yeah, you gotta get sent to the hospital. So hold on.
All right, hold on. I think they were
one round drug head.
I think they were all naked. I mean, the dad was because he sleeps that way. And then those two, it sounds like they were maybe having sex or something, the way they said it, doing their duty or whatever, you know. Let me just rewind it.
Hold on. Been around drug heads. I've been around tweakers. You know what I mean? I've been around people. And the only reason why, let me just tell you, like what you said about him running outside naked. We were in bed, okay? We were doing our duty, you feel me? And he did not know that somebody had called him. I believe it was his mom. And he did not know that my dad was out there. So when he ran out there, he was shocked as hell. Like he was like, oh shoot, my dad's there. So okay, I couldn't get up because I was naked myself, and I'm just like, oh my God, to Montez, like, what are you doing? So after that, he on the phone with his mom, grandma, that happened, and his grandma was like, yeah, you gotta get sent to the hospital. So hold on. Once he got sent to okay, matter of fact, I'm all over the place. I am so sorry. So that's fast back forward. I'm sorry, to the movies. Like I said, those videos and stuff was going to the movies on our first date. Was going to the movies. I have two credit. I have a credit card and I have a debit card. I have two cards. I gave him my debit and I had my credit. I paid for our snacks and he paid for our movie. Only reason why we did it like that was because the lady had came to us and she was like, the concession stand is about to close, like, blase. So I said, okay. He paid for the movies. I paid for our snacks. He was talking to a dude in the wheelchair. It's this dude in the wheelchair that works at Royal Parkway. If you want, I don't know his name, but if you want to talk to him as well, like if you live in Kansas City, Missouri, and I'm always seeing him up there, so you can ask him how was that conversation. Did he seem like he was on anything? You bet fact y'all can ask everybody up there if this dude seemed like he was on anything, because it's just. But like I said, the movies ended up going not well, because he did not want to watch a scary movie. He wanted to watch a regular movie. And I said, well, dude, I already paid for the movie. Why can't we, boom. So then he was like, dude, it's a lot of movies. We can just sneak in one. So I was like, okay, fine. We snuck in the movie, and he gets a phone call from his mom, and he just leaves me in the movie theaters, bruh. He leaves me in the movie theater, so I'm just mad. I'm just like, dude, like, why are you... This is our first day. You already been tweaking out all day for no reason. Good and well you was acting. I know an actor when I see one. I know... Like, I promise to God, if you...
I guess the only part that's a little bit confusing, if it's like their first date, then what's all this stuff about... Maybe, I don't know, like, all the other times when she let her kids stay with him. So they must be, like, maybe it's the first date on this trip. I think it's like the first date, because he hadn't been there for a while, so that was like he just came up to visit, and that was like their first night out, I think.
You was to hear the things that he was saying out his mouth, you wouldn't have took Tmon Hurt seriously. Like, it shouldn't take all this. Matter of fact, and that's the reason why the police let him go, not once but twice. Everybody keeps saying, oh, why the police doing this and why the police doing that, letting him go if he was having a mental breakdown. No, y'all are going based off what the grandma is saying, because it's mad. I'm just mad. I'm just like, dude, like, why are you... This is our first day. You already been tweaking out all day for no reason. Good and well you was acting. I know an actor when I see...
I just rewound it a little bit. Sometimes when I would play the next clip or something, it wasn't in the exact... Like, it had to start over or something like that. So you might hear this like...
One. I know, like, I promise to God, if you was to hear the things that he was saying out his mouth, you wouldn't have took Tmon Hurt seriously.
Well, maybe this is the
like,
first day.
It shouldn't take all this. Matter of fact, and that's the reason why the police let him go, not once but twice. Everybody keeps saying, oh, why the police doing this and why the police doing that, letting him go if he was having a mental breakdown. No, y'all are going based off what the grandma is saying, because she wants somebody to blame. And let me just tell you a little twister on this.
See, I don't know, you guys. I don't know about you, but I believe everything that she's saying here. I think this girl is absolutely just, like, whoa, what the hell's going on here? I think she's, comes across absolutely, just genuine, saying exactly what was going on. It's just somebody telling the story. Let me hear that last part again.
Go, not once but twice.
Yeah, so that's what she was saying. It's like, yeah, exactly. If he was still having this, the way he was acting with the grandmother and the police showed up, he wouldn't have been normal again. I know you want it to be a mental thing, Amber. I know that's kind of your gig. Every time there's something, it's always some, like a diagnosis. I mean, earlier today I did say to somebody, yeah, maybe he's having schizophrenic sort of breakdown or something. But as soon as the cops get there and everything, he's totally normal again. Like, oh, yeah, everything's normal. And then the doctors even let him go. And then he walks away, right? Yeah, I don't think she has anything to do with anything at this point. Right. But it could be like I think I said it somewhere else, that maybe it's some sort of like mental, like a first breakout of some mental disorder, or he hides it often, or he claims it's from smoking dope when he's really just going crazy. Yeah, it could be that, Amber. But there could be other things too. Like when we listen to the rest of this, you'll hear that it sounds like there's some issues going on. And maybe, I don't know. I don't really, it's such a weird story. It's weird how there's these crazy stories that we seem to be having lately. Right? Yeah, I don't know. Who knows where he is? So let's just rewind a little bit. Here we go.
It's like, dude, like, why are you, this is our first day, you already been tweaking out all day for no reason. You know, good and well you was acting. I know an actor when I see one. I know, like, I promise to God, if you was to hear the things that he was saying out his mouth, you wouldn't have took Tmon Hurt seriously. Like, it's...
I know, that's what I told you, that the messages match up. That's why last night, the show, well, the night we did the show, it all made sense. Do you actually have those original messages somewhere that you could send me again? Because I couldn't find them in my folder. I have the new ones that she sent me today, but I don't have that original set of messages. I think he was he 21 or nah? I can't remember. There's so many cases now. I don't remember his age. Maybe like 19 or 20-ish, something.
Shouldn't take all this. Matter of fact, and that's the reason why the police let him go. Not once, but twice. Everybody keeps saying, oh, why the police doing this and why the police doing that? Letting him go if he was having a mental breakdown. No, y'all are going based off what the grandma. Y'all are going based off what the grandma is saying, because she wants somebody to blame. And let me just tell you a little twister on this. Tmon was at my house a week prior from him being I'm gonna say 2 weeks prior before he even became missing.
I'm just talking about those text messages where they were having that conversation.
He came to my house for 6 whole days. 6 whole days because his uncle did not want to pick him up. Mind you, the uncle's job is not too far from where I live. You know, you get on the highway and you get off the highway. And he was telling me, like, you know, he wrecked he wrecked his uncle's car. He wrecked his uncle's car. And then the other ex-girlfriend, she was telling me that him and his cousin has owed him for a jar of marijuana and all this extra stuff. And then I'm just now hearing that his uncles are out on probation. They're out on bonds because of murders. I don't know. It's a lot to this story. It's a lot that I really don't even, you know, got the clues to as well. Like, I'm just as confused as everybody else. All I can tell y'all is what happened that night. Like I said, something is really off with the family, real bad. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Something is off. There's just ain't no way that he wants to cause this whole scene for him to get away. It's starting to, you know, I'm starting to think, like, what is the other side of the family doing to him to where he's not comfortable telling, you know, anybody where he is. And he thought it's smart as how I know. And he was definitely in his right state of mind. Yes, he texted me the next day. He told me, he said, I'm sorry, I was tweak sauce. I don't know what was tweak sauce. He ain't do nothing in front of me. I didn't see nothing. I didn't slip anything. Like I said, I try to be a child of God. I have 2 children. I would never try to put myself in that predicament at all. Me and him was definitely in love. He was definitely my boyfriend. Like, you know, or at least I thought. I'm just now finding out it was multiple women, you know, in the mix as well. But like I said, I wouldn't believe the grandma as far as I can throw her. Something is very off with the whole situation. I think that she tried to put out on this storyline so she can get her grandson found faster. But her doing this is putting me in a hole. Hold on. Okay, so my bad. I know it's so many voice clips, but I really hate typing. But I don't know, like, my opinion, if you really want my opinion, like, that serious, I feel like that man really just don't want to be found by his family. And reason why I say that, because it's a lot of stuff that's off about the whole situation. A lot of stuff that's off. Because if you knew you was coming down here from St. Louis the next day, why would you put your grandson on a Greyhound? If he was having a mental breakdown, quote unquote, as you say, I know for a fact he wasn't having no mental breakdown, but we ain't gonna conversate that. But if you knew he was having a mental breakdown or anything, I wouldn't have sent my grandson. I would have sent my grandson back home, got him an Uber back home, or, you know, back to my house, because he was safe over here. He always been safe over here. Always been safe over here. Like, he ain't never felt uncomfortable. I always took care of him. It was times where he came over here without anything. I made sure he had everything, you know, what comes to toothbrush, him washing his butt, you know, him eating. Like, I made sure he was straight every time, and he will tell you his damn self. If anybody can find him, he will tell you his damn self. Naya is not the person that my grandmother is trying to, you know, put me as. Like, girl, I'm not even the main character in this story, but she made me the main character, which really pissed me off. Because, girl, you know good and damn well I was trying to help him that whole day, ma'am, and she knows that. And I feel like that she sat up there and did that so she can try to cover up for her sons. Something is off on the daddy side. Something is very off. And it's in the fact that the mama side don't even know nothing about the uncle. Oh, yeah. See, it's a lot of shit in this story that's not making sense.
There's no shit in the story. You cleaned his butt. This got really weird audio on this part.
Your goddamn grandson to St. Louis. That's like hours away. You know what I mean? Like, that is just not making sense. And then I'm hearing from the auntie that she was supposed to come. She was gonna come the next day. If you was gonna come the next day, why you didn't send him home? It's not making sense. It's a lot of red flags. Everything low-key could have been prevented.
Also heard, you know, we was in bed, we was talking. He also said he wanted to go to Nashville.
She says, who takes Greyhounds around? Well, obviously a lot of people do. That's why they exist.
Tennessee. He said, Mommy, I want to go home. He never said he wanted to go to St. Louis. He never said he wanted to go to St. Louis. His grandma was trying to force him to go to St. Louis, but I own everything I love, including my kids. He told me he wanted to go to Nashville, Tennessee. He did not want to go to St. Louis. So that probably could be a part of the reason why he don't want to show himself.
Oh,
but all right, so my bad about a lot of voice, because like I said, I hate typing. But if you got any questions or anything, please just go to my page. I have all the screenshots up, time frames. I mean the date and the time. I got all of it, babe. All of it. Go on my page, take it, do what you gotta do. But all I gotta say is, you gotta watch. Y'all getting y'all information from that grandma. She is up there went viral. You gotta watch her. Y'all gotta watch her because something is really off.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think she was being totally truthful, and absolutely makes sense to me. It actually matched. I don't know where those screenshots were of the text messages we did the other night. I have the folder, but somehow they're not in it anymore. So I don't really know what happened. But let's see what we got here. So this is on January 13th. These are just them communicating. Next time, bring some, I'll buy. This is on January 13th. Let me just see if it goes. Yeah, this one. Just regular communications. This is January 31st, so this is only like 2 days before. I'm not sure what order these are in either. So it's like, yeah, I forgot now. I log into the account to see if I got paid. I got you. Let me know when you're ready. Okay, I'm fixing to get on your ass. I'm gonna check in the morning. I can't figure out the login, and I'm gonna come after my workouts if I have time. I'm sorry that I couldn't come right now. I did want to lay with you. Could we? GTS OTP. I don't know what that means. Yeah, but call my number. Okay, so I got that. And then, is that this one? Yeah, the gym. You got $5 on Cash App. I need it to get in the gym. I can pay you back when I get paid. I got it in cash, so LMS, if Kayla got it in Cash App, I can... I don't know. I mean, this is just sort of sounds like they're just having... This is them chatting just about normal life stuff, really. I just don't know where the text messages were that discussed, that day when... Remember she wanted him to say he was sorry? Let me see if I can find that. Hold on a second. I might have it somewhere. Let me see. And what day would that have been? I'm just looking through my captured. I'm not sure if I captured it or downloaded them. However the hell I got them. I don't see them. That sucks. Yeah, those aren't in there, Zozo. I don't know if you have those original ones. I think we had those in our chat a long time ago. Yeah, it wasn't their first date. I think it was like the first day when he came down, because they'd seen each other. You know, you'd see the dates on here. They were communicating even on, they were even hanging out together back in January. Why did you have to, for good, why did you have to, and that's the plan, but if God has other plans, so be it. Stated he talked about God and made some strange statements. Well, maybe, but she talks about God all the time too. They both do. The whole time. They always talk about godly things and things like that. Now, it could be that, like I said it somewhere else, that maybe there was some mental thing that was happening, but she seems to know him. You know, like he seems like, I don't think if you're having a mental break, if you can turn it on and off, like at will, right? Like if you have a mental break, I would think that you're stuck in that state until whatever happens to get you out of it. I mean, it'd be weird if you can just turn it on and off. Then why would you ever want to remain in it? You get it? Like he would just turn it off. That's why right when he gets to the hospital, he's like normal. They try to mask it. Okay. Yeah, maybe he's got some sort of affliction of some sort. Who the hell knows? Shit. Let me just. I gotta find these things. I don't know how long it might take me to. I gotta scroll up here. I think they were more important. And if you missed the earlier part of the show, I was able to engineer how the 911 caller made the mistake. And he typed all the numbers she said using decimals instead of the way that she gave them in degrees, minutes, seconds. And it went right to Highway 95 over to the side. Okay, I'm just kind of scrolling up looking for some screens. This might be them. Oh yeah. So maybe those are in here, perhaps. So what does it look like? Yeah. So let me see if I can see it over here, because it would have the same shape. Doesn't look like it. So let me just go on these. So it says, dude, what's going on? It's hella police, dude. This is the girl that we were just listening to. You're scaring the F out of me. Your phone is dead. You don't have a charger, nothing. Like, what the F are you doing, bro? My fault for acting how I was acting, Anaya. I'm gonna make the date up to you. So it does say date here. Up to you as well. And tell your pops I was weak sauce. Okay. And then tell your pops I was weak sauce. Shake my head. I don't know what that was or whatever. So maybe she didn't recognize, like Amber's saying, the signs of some sort of mental break. Because she doesn't know what it was. But you embarrassed the F out of me in public and with my friends and at home with my dad coming out of the room butt-ass naked. 100%. It's sick because you was just cool before you got to my house, and I'm going to need a better apology than that. Completely embarrassing. And have you seen my cards? Whatever that means. And then it says, okay, I'm going to apologize in person. When could I come in person? This is on February 1st right here. Okay, yes, you're going to I don't know. There's some stuff missing here. Yes, with my granny. Okay. Whenever you're settled, just call me. I just got one question, though. What's the question? Was anything you said true? Yes. Okay, I love you. I hope you get to where you need to be. Stop stressing over nothing and putting your peoples through it. It's not worth it. So putting her people through it might be him, you know, having some sort of a break of some sort, you know, and she doesn't realize that like it's like intentional. I actually messaged her the other day about, I think I said that, like maybe, let me see, like, I don't even remember, shit. Let's see. There she is. Oh, yeah, so at 6 o'clock this evening, or like, you know, a couple hours ago, I said, maybe he has schizophrenia or something. You know, after she said, I really don't know where he is 100%. I don't know why he started acting out. And I said, maybe he has schizophrenia. I don't know if that's the right diagnosis or anything, or something. I mean, is that what you would think, or what do you think? I mean, I did say that earlier, but I'm not an expert at all. I know Amber's got more knowledge, but why? I'm reading it for you. Just listen, okay? I can't zoom in. Sorry. So it says, okay, I love you. I hope you get to where you need to be. Stop stressing over nothing and putting your people through it. It's not worth it. Keep grinding, saving up, and go to college. Be safe, 100%, and just try to keep in touch. You embarrass me, but I'm still here for you. And this one is March 12th, so this is just something unrelated to that. It said, I'm just so tired of the BS. Keep my name out of your all reports. Y'all don't even know what the hell y'all are talking about. Y'all believe anything that's put out on socials. Man, I actually like her because I feel like she sort of has that sense that we all have of social media and shit. Hey, thank you so much. Mr. Risky. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen that one. Oh, cool. So I guessed it right then, Amber, at 6 o'clock this evening. I mean, I could even show it. Well, I'm not going to do it. Don't need to. If it's true. I mean, we don't know yet, right? I mean, I was there through, so it says, I love the Cajun Navy. I was there through Katrina. Cajun Navy has done some amazing rescues. Yeah, I can't zoom in on this because it's not an image. It's just, I don't want to do the Control Plus thing and whack out my Chrome, so you just have to, well, there you go. I guess I can go like that, right? I didn't realize that you could, in Chrome, just make it bigger like that. Okay, well, there you go. All right. But remember the show I theorized, I think I was pretty close at the end there. So it says, I posted my recipes, or my receipts is what she meant to say. His disappearance don't have shit to do with me. I'm still posted up at the same spot. I'm still posting on social media. I still be out, baby. If I did the crime, I'd be hiding out somewhere, or I would have took down my page like Be For Real. The dude wasn't at my house when he disappeared. You all need to be asking the Lyft driver at the and the grandma what she knows, because she's covering up for her son that also is a felon. That's a different person, and she wants somebody to blame and trying to blame me and the other girl he was dealing with. Like, nobody got time for this. We all want him home. There shouldn't be even a story like behind this for real, because he wasn't on drugs. I don't give an F. I got proof. I don't want to hear shit else about this. Unless you all found him, leave me the F alone. Yeah, man. She should be like the PR person behind for a whole bunch of YouTubers. Yeah. So I'll go back to the other ones if you want to see them better, because I didn't realize usually just expanding it just doesn't do this. Hold on, let me see. I don't know where we're at. Okay, so that's just that shot there. Those are the. All right, there we go. Let me get rid of the phone number thing. Nobody's calling anyways. Why bother? Duden, what's going on? This is her, and all the police are around the house because that's after he spoke to the grandmother. You're scaring the F out of me. Your phone is dead. You don't have a charger, nothing. Because that means the charger's at her house. She sees it. Like, what the F is going on, bro? And then it's 7:26 in the morning. That means he's already at the hospital. He's at the hospital right now, and he says, my fault, acting how I was acting. I'm going to make the date up to you as well. And tell your pops I was weak sauce also. And then it says, shake my head, she did. Not a good look. Maybe, is that what NGL means? I don't know. I don't know what that was or whatever, but you embarrassed the F out of me 100% in public and with my friends and at home with my dad coming out of the room butt-ass naked. Sick, 'cause you was just cool before you got to my house, and I'm going to need a better apology than that. Completely embarrassing. And have you seen my cards? Okay, I'm going to apologize in person. When can I come in person? And then there must have been some stuff missed, you know. You're going back to St. Louis. Yes, with my granny. So what does that mean, yes, with my granny? I mean, didn't the grandmother send... okay, so he's going to go to St. Louis to be with his grandmother. Not with her, because she sent him a bus ticket. If it was with her, she would have driven there and picked him up and taken him back home. Okay, whenever you're settled, just call me. I just got one question, though. Well, what's the question? Was anything you said true? Yes. Okay. I love you. I hope you get to where you need to be. Stop stressing over nothing and putting your people through it. It's not worth it. Keep grinding. Saving up. Go to college. Be safe. 100%. You know, and that part's kind of weird, like, be safe. So what's she thinking about there? And just try to keep in touch. You embarrass me, but I'm still here for you. So there you go. That's that. And I think she even went out and took some pictures. Like, here's over at the Greyhound, right where the guy, you know, she was doing her own investigation, kind of. This is the 28th. That's Yo, Idol. Bye. I was just something, I don't know, your idol was God. Why your phone not letting me text you? I don't know. Must be what it looks like outside of that. I really do appreciate this. So up here she said, personally, I feel you're doing a good job at your age. Don't feel like you're not doing your shit because you don't have a car or a job. Everything gonna fall in place. You're gonna be that big star you want to be. You're a star in my eyes. No corny shit. 100%. You know what to do. Good luck on your journey. I hope we can see each other again. I know you're going to be super busy with work. Let me know. Whenever you're free, if you're free next month or the month after, just let me know. I'll make sure you get home next time. Huh. So I wonder, like, was there another time where, you know, I don't know if that means maybe just I'll buy your ticket home or something. I don't know. I really do appreciate this 100%. I really do. I don't know what FWY means. On bro. Gotcha. I got to remember that 100%. Now these are when they went to the movie theater. Like here's one of the tickets here, and then here's like January 28th. Keep on asking, and you will receive what you ask for. I really do appreciate it, for real. You up? This is January 31st. Yes, I forgot how to log into the account to see if I got paid. I got you. Let me know when you're ready. Okay. Let's see. I'm finally going to get to see you on your ass or something. I'm going to get my check in the morning. I can't figure out the login, and I'm going to come after my workouts if I have time. I'm sorry that I couldn't come right now. I did want to lay with you, though. Could we... something... I don't know what that's saying. And then there's another ticket, I guess. Maybe that was the same one. Tell your pops I was weak sauce. So I guess it is in this thing. Shake my head. I don't know, that was about... Okay, we've already read that one. Let's see what this one... I should need none... let's see. I wouldn't need none of this last time smoking. Yeah. Let's see. I wouldn't need none this my last time smoking. Yeah. I was trying to support you by smoking with him. You can support me by just giving me the money then. Boy, no. I needs product too. I am the product. Bye. That's pretty funny. They're just goofing around. Let me know when you're 5 minutes. I'm 13 minutes away. Set a timer for 8 minutes. Thanks, Jessica Schubach. You said no to Lols. Thank you so much. All different flavors. Next time, bring some. I'll buy. I am just been waiting on it for hellas. Like hell of a long time, probably. I've been trying to tell you, I just ain't going to come over with my motion together yet, but it's all on the way, maybe. It's all good. It's just better be some gas. It is. So I have decided that I will not be smoking after today. It's just too much going on in the world, and I have to get back right with God and sinless. So this is January 13th. Obviously, that didn't last because, the 30th or 31st of January, they were doing it again. Why did you have to, and this is January 29th. I mean, these are all over the place, really. Why did you have to, and that's the plan, but if God has other plans to be it. I can understand it. I don't know what LGH means, though. I'll be honest with that. Although those are my initials. It's like, yeah, do your shit, but why make plans with me knowing you was going to leave earlier than expected? I'm leaving on Friday now, but have to go to Bible study at 6:30 to 8. You could join me, and then we can go out after. Where? I'm going to let you know the location, and I've seen what you said on your story and want to tell you that it's okay to like me, but unless we both come up with a commitment to a relationship, you can't expect so much. Okay, whenever you're settled, just call me. I just got one question now. Hey, thanks, Kathleen Canick. What's the question? Was anything you said true? Okay, we did that part. Yes, and then we didn't have this before. Don't do that. You always hear from me. Don't do that. Yes, don't do that. I wonder what she's referring to. Let's see. 10:33, and then 10:38. To college, be safe, and just try to keep in touch. You embarrass me, but I'm still here for you. Don't do that. You're always here for me. Maybe this is out of order. No, it's like 9 minutes apart, so it really can't be. So that's it. That's all we got right there. So where is this guy then? I mean, it's crazy, right? So he was over here at the Greyhound, and she lives right over in this area, right here. Right? I think in this apartment even, it sounds like. I don't know, but that's the address. But he then, he's not even close to that. He's over here and he's walking down this this street here, all the way down. I think it's Troost Street right here. And he just keeps walking. It's like 8 miles away. He's seen on camera here walking in this direction. So it could just be that he's like wigging out. He's in the wrong neighborhood, and some gang members perhaps saw him in an area he shouldn't be in and did something to him. And that's the crazy part of the story is, but she seems to think he might be like he was trying to escape from his actual family somehow. But don't you think he would probably figure out a way to contact somebody? Yeah, well, United Cajun Navy is an actual non-profit, okay? So why do we have to keep talking about it? Okay, the United Cajun Navy obviously has the trust of people that they work with. You see it in the family members and so forth. I don't want to keep talking about it. If you don't like them, you don't like them, go do something else. I think they do obviously do a good service out there. The United Cajun Navy, they're the ones that, they're a non-profit, an org. You know, they're not like a .com where, hey, you know, we're a commercial venture and we're, you know, there's something to that, right? Yeah, I mean, if you listen to Nancy Gracie, he would talk to his grandmother all the time. So something, I think, happened to him, and it's probably has nothing to do with the brothers or his family at all. I think it's some other element that happened, and that's going to make the case hard. They're going to, especially how long they've waited here. There's probably surveillance footage all over the place that would have showed him walking in different areas. You could have tracked him down. And, you know, I hope he's out there, though. That'd be great, wouldn't it? All right, you guys, let's do the Skype. Call in. Let's get your thoughts on this. Anybody? You can call in about anything, by the way. Any of the cases that we're talking about. Now you can even call in about Sebastian Rogers. I'm not unfamiliar with the case. I just don't cover it because of the people who are covering it. It's you can't compete against sensationalistic piles of crap. Okay, it doesn't work. I mean, you could be the most logical. Hey, let's see what we got here. Hello, this is Gray.
Hey, Gray, it's Ivan. How you doing?
It's Ivan. What's going on, Ivan?
Oh, not too much. I just, I kind of came in late tonight to today's stream. I see you guys are talking about. I don't know if anybody had said this. I just mentioned it in chat a minute ago. And first of all, I think that girl's reaction seems totally authentic and real. You know, as far as her reaction to things online. And, you know, forgive me, did she obviously release these texts?
Yeah, she just gave them all, like, look, these are the ones I've posted. These are, you know, our conversations, and because she's had to like prove all this crap over the last month to people who think she has something to do with it, you know.
Yeah, that's typically not the behavior of somebody trying to hide something, and obviously. And the other thing I was going to say, I don't know if you had mentioned it, but you know, who knows what this guy had or had not taken before she saw him. You know, there's plenty of studies, recent studies about the potency of today's weed. Not everybody can handle it. You know, it's not your grandma's weed. It's just not. And
yeah,
I
mean, I remember listen, I'll just tell you this one. When I was in college, you know, I smoked pot every once in a while, right? And one time I was sitting, my friend comes over, and I had this, I smoked some, and all of a sudden my head just went poof, and the whole world was like vertigo, like rocking all over the place. And I remember I was like crawling on the ground trying to figure out what the hell was going on. And man, that freaked me out. I don't know what the hell that was. Felt like it was like laced with something, you know.
Yeah, and you know, it doesn't take much if you're not used to it, or if you had taken, even if you just taken, you know, anything, if you had taken anything prior, or you know, not everybody is wired the same, and even if you're used to it, it doesn't, you're not going to have the same reaction every time, especially if you've mixed things. So, you know, she's not responsible for anything he did beforehand. It seems as if it's obvious there wasn't a lot of stability in his life, and you know, it's not far-fetched to think that, you know, if he was doing one thing, he could have been doing another. And you know, there's been people in the chat mentioning that, you know, it doesn't take years of abuse to have a break or a flip out or a freak out. And you know, the other thing I mentioned was that, you know, I don't know what his affiliations are. I don't know that much about him. I don't know if anybody really does, but there are neighborhoods in, you know, because I heard somebody say, or saw somebody say that, you know, the girl thinks that he may not want to be found, or he may not want to come home. And there are neighborhoods in projects and other things that if you want to disappear and you have those connections, there are places that authorities just don't frequent that often, that they may not, you know, we all hear about, you know, the cops don't even come here, those kind of neighborhoods. And so I guess it's just hard to, you know, without any data of his own, you know, we don't have his phone, you know, we don't have the people he talks to, and, you know, the girl could very likely not know either. So, and like you said, he could have wandered into a bad area. He could, you know, those types of areas, they're not the ones that you usually see on the news. You know, they're not the ones you usually see, you know, people cooperating. They're not the people that usually are forthcoming. And so there's so many what ifs to this, I think, is what I'm getting at. That without any actual data from him, it's very tough to speculate, in my opinion, because, you know, she seems forthcoming. He obviously knows.
Hey, hold on. Somebody just said in the chat, I got to tell you this. Somebody in the chat said, "Where's this guy from?" And I said, "Russia." Come on, that was good. That was good. You got to admit.
That's a boom. Get a boom. That deserves a
Can
boom.
I get a boom? There we go.
But yeah, I just, you know, my heart goes out to the family, and, you know, I hope the guy's okay. And, you know, of course, we're not going to have privy to, you know, they said they released him, but that just means his behavior was good enough to be released. That doesn't tell us what tox screen showed. It doesn't say what was found in his urine or blood, or which is they obviously would have taken if he came in there on a, you know, a mental break or some kind. That's the first thing they're going to do is, you know, see what's in your system to see how they can react.
Like on that time I was telling you about, like when I smelled, everybody else was totally normal. Like she said, oh, she was feeling good, but he was like, wow, he was all over the place, right? So maybe, you know, it's either that or he had a mental break or something. You know, it's hard to know.
Yeah.
So, hey, look, people want you to have do your Russian accent that you used to have, because a lot of them don't.
I'm way out of practice. I'm telling you, it's like stand up or, you know, playing a guitar. I haven't done it in months.
But you were so good at it that even when you're like it was so crazy, because even when it was like a deeper story where it was almost natural for you, like it was, like it literally was like it became a different personality for you or something. You know, it was weird. Yeah.
I'll start practicing in the mirror. No, I'll bring it back. Don't worry. I just hate being put on the spot. You know.
I know. It's like yeah, perform for me. You know.
Yeah, it's like somebody saying to a comedian, "Tell a joke." You know, tell a joke. Like you just sort of like.
Well, this guy walked into a bar. Yeah, that's not how they do it. They're in a flow and it works. You know.
Right. Yeah. It's like having like your PO why don't you take a UA? You get stage fright. You know, you can't. The stream doesn't flow. So.
Right, there you go.
Yeah,
exactly.
Anyway, great work, man. I appreciate what you're doing, and look forward to hearing the rest of the show. So.
All right, man. Well, thanks for calling in. Have a good one.
Yep, bye-bye.
Ivan Victor, the non-Russian who had an incredible Russian accent, which none of us really thought was genuine at the time. But it was fun. It was fun anyways. But it was fun. Like sometimes it was weird because even talking about like a deep story where he's contemplating, he maintained the accent. It was great. So that's why I said to you, Cheryl, when you said, where's he from? I said Russia, because we all know him from, I don't know, a couple of years ago or a year and a half ago, whatever the hell that was. And he'd always call in. He still owes me a crate of booze. He's never sent that, though. Because I don't even know if it's a true story that he has a bar. You know, he said he owned a bar and everything. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know why I did that one. Yeah, the liquor store. Yeah, that's right. I mean, I meant a liquor store. That's what was in my head even when I said that. I was picturing a liquor store with booze on the shelves and boxes and things. So, not really sure why I said bar. Let's see. Well, no, it's Ivan Victor's is Russian name. See how he spelled it with 2 K's? You just have to, this is what Russian names look like. They look like this. Like, you know, like it's just a bunch of, there's almost no vowels though. Like you can just put one, it's like all these letters and crap, nobody even knows what. You know, CZK, you know, YK. Yeah, there you go, see? There you go. See, look at that. Nikki Zubs. It's actually ZBY. There's only one vowel. I guess Y sometimes. Yeah, I don't know. Man, who came up with that? What is mine? I don't know. GNU. Nikic. Yeah. So, you know, I don't really have much more to do tonight. So if you guys want to, if you want the show to keep going, you got to call in. Or we can just call it a night and get ready for tomorrow. The last day of the month. Will we have a good night tomorrow night? I guess tune back in to see. But, oh yeah, but we're already at 4,000 this month, even before donation night. But tomorrow night, if I can give away another, I'm going to send 2,000 into Identifinders. And if we have a decent night, I'll be able to send 500 more to somebody else. And then next month, we'll get back on to some of our other people like, you know, Texas Equisearch, Rain, Knickknack. Maybe we'll do Black and Missing, something like that. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, March went by so fast because there were so many cases in it. It's crazy. I mean, you had the, you know what's weird is that the Riley Strain case started on the 8th of March, which is, seems to me like it was like in February sometime. Yeah, maybe the Innocence Project, WNC Granny. I'm not really, I mean, I don't know if it's the same organization, but the one that took up Scott Peterson's case, that doesn't really, you know, pump me up at all. Oh yeah? I don't know the runoffs. Never heard of that. Anything new on Stephen Stearns? No. Nope. There hasn't been anything new on Stephen Stearns' case for a while. I think the next thing you'll hear is either a, you know, some sort of felony murder or murder charges, depending on what they come up with. Oh, we're going to do newspapers.com, huh? All right, who's doing it? Who's doing it? You send in super chats and we do a search. Here we go. And you get docked points if you type anything in without the super chat. So the Broken Scout said, partially clothed body in river. I think that might all be in one sentence. So if you put quotes around it. Now you got a date range there, Broken Scout? Give me a date range. What do you got? Silence creepy? What? What does that mean, Cheryl? Silence creepy. Holy crap, 15. Can't wait for Mary Lou to sing to me. Wasn't it your birthday today? It's your birthday today, right? Or is it tomorrow on donation night? Oh, in 15 minutes. Okay. All right. Let me know in 15 minutes. 1950s. Holy shit. 1950 to 1959. All right. Here we go. Maybe we need to partially nude is probably the word that they would use instead. That's more dramatic in the paper. Well, there's nothing there. Let's get rid of that. Man. Partially nude body. Partially... what's another word for that? Like, partially clad body found in river. Come on. Ah! There we go. Can I get a boom? Look at that. Came up with like 100 of them. See, it's all about the words that you type in. Look at that. That's crazy. Well, this is 1985. Let's see if you have it in your date right there. 1950 to 1959. And so there's nothing in that range anyway, so we'll just take that off. There's one in 1935. 30-year-old mother slain. Oh, look at this one. This might be an interesting one. Hull, Massachusetts. The mysterious death of a 30-year-old mother was the subject of police investigation today. The partly clad body of Mrs. Ida Goldman Baker was found floating about 9 miles from the Boston waterfront yesterday. I bet you she's like a missing men of Boston. And then, well, we'll see. I don't know. Baker was found floating about 9 miles from the Boston waterfront yesterday. Several hours later, her estranged husband, Solomon Baker, 35, was taken into custody by Boston police, questioned, photographed, and fingerprinted, and then turned over to the Hull police pending an autopsy today. Medical examiner John G. Sweeney of Hingham, after cursory examination of the body, said the head showed signs that a blow might have caused a skull fracture and that the left ear and nose were bleeding when Coast Guard men took the body from the river. Mrs. Baker was last seen alive Friday night. Commissioner of the Public Safety Henry Stevens of Hull said at the time he continued, at that time, he continued, she left her home in Malden to call on her husband, that just means to visit, for money to support their daughter. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so this is a child support, early child support issue here. Isn't that crazy? Huh? What's going on, Dump Pie? Are you okay, buddy? I didn't ask anybody. He sent it in, you fool. You're so stupid. God. You know what's amazing is the people that show up here and they try to be a troll, but they're so idiotic. It's mind-boggling. They don't realize that people look at them and go, wow. Whew. Wow, so when Miss Baker failed to return Saturday, Mrs. Rose Goldman, mother of Mrs. Baker, notified so that's probably going to be a child support issue there, especially when that's what she went to go pick up. Let's see this one. Second dead co-ed also identified as area student. Florida police have positively identified 2 battered and partially clad bodies found in a river. Dental records were used to establish the identity of Miss Vaccaro. Miss Eisman's body was identified late Friday. The 2 20-year-old students who had left Buffalo March 29th to hitchhike to Florida, oh boy, for their spring break and suffered head wounds from apparent beatings. Both bodies were, hold on, now I gotta, this is one of those ones where you gotta look up. Murder of Lisa Eisman. 2 students slain. New York Times, 19. That's then. Murdered women was forgotten. Father murdered college student makes. Was it ever answered? One Eve, execution survivor, serial killer, Oscar. I mean, that definitely sounds like a serial killer. That's why I'm looking it up. Let me see. Does he exist in this one? EISM. Okay, here we go. So this is it right here. It's crazy. This is the serial killer that killed them. Oscar Ray Bolin Jr. brutally murdered 3 women in Tampa Bay area in 1986. That much is well known. So let's see what it says about Eisman down here. Locally, several homicide cases were scrutinized. They include the April 1985 killing of Lisa Eisman and Kim Vaccaro, 20-year-old college students who were found in Hillsborough River near Interstate 75. They had hitchhiked to Florida. Detectives also looked for links to Bolin in the case of Connie Louise Collins. So maybe those aren't even solved yet, these ones. The 2 that we just looked at. I'm going to have to save this one. This is one of those ones where... Or I'll just save the link instead. I like these. (2024-04-01). I'll put that in that folder. See what there is to find on that one. Yeah, Florida's just like serial killer central. It's crazy. Everybody, there's a lot of women, dressed in, they just go there, right? Let's see. So Ivan says 1 armed man murder. One. Oh, are you trying to go with the fugitive or something? 1 armed man murdered. It looks like there's TV shows for that. Okay. Come on, Ivan, you gotta like come up with something a little bit more, original. Anybody else? If not, we'll just call it a night. Been a long day again. Made a video. Just doing a lot of stuff. Good night, Karen Andrews. Oh, we gotta wait though for 7 more minutes for happy birthday. I thought, yeah, that was a good one, Broken Scout. That's exactly what... maybe I'll look at for more of these. 1985. That's that one. How about... so there isn't a ton. That's all there is. It says that says that. There was a girl I went to high school with who went missing in 1999, never found. Huh. Wait, you're in California? You said it was 15 minutes. Ah, Jesus. All right, we'll have to wait for tomorrow. Hey, look we got a troll in the chat, you guys. Evil Alaska. Do you post receipts for donations? I just want to make sure that it's all authentic, you bastard. Why don't you get the hell out of here? I show every single freaking donation on the screen every single time. I even showed it tonight from Gmail, and just get the hell out of here, okay? There's people like you that just are God, I don't even know how to explain it. Disgusting people, all right? You know what the answer is. If you even give a damn at all, you'd see that I post every single donation receipt except for the ones to Identifinders, because I actually have to send them money directly from my account because that saves us 6%, and we've given them $80,000, and 6% of that is a huge number. It's an actual full case. All right? And we all see it, though. I show you the Excel spreadsheets when they come in. God, what a joke. Jesus. Gray, why act like that? It was, here's what they always respond to that question. You want to hear what they always say? It was just a simple question, Gray. Gee. No, it wasn't. It was you being a troll. That's exactly what it was. You don't give a shit. Okay? What an idiot. God. This is what's so crazy about YouTube. Just so many dumb, God, disgusting. It was just a simple question, Gray. Why did you get so upset, Guy? Because I'm tired of people like you. Okay? That's the answer. Yeah, let's see what their reply is. How much you want to bet it's exactly what I just said? Go ahead, you can reply now. Let's hear what you say. I bet you it's exactly what I just said. It was just a simple question. I gotta make sure. Nah, you don't care at all. You're just trying to create something, just like you just did. You're so excited. You're probably in your little group right now. Look how I got him to react to me. Yay! You won a lot of medals, Police Olympics, but I can't find much doo-doo records. Yeah, we'll see. Let's see. What do you guys guess? What will the trolls say next? Why not? Try a super thanks, Jill. Try that one. Sometimes those work. Or you have to re-sign back in or something. But Nikki Zubs, do I have to wait all night? All the way to midnight, or can we just, because it's your birthday on the East Coast, we could say no to trolls and lulls. Say no to lulls and trolls. Don't be full. Don't be what? Well, it sort of rhymed with lull, full. Don't be fooled. Complain about Cajun Navy again. Theme for the night. Yeah. That's what they do. Nope, I guess they didn't show up again. Okay. You go back up. You can go back and up and block them again. I'll do it. Yeah. Goodbye. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Yeah. Drinking time, right? Any Easter plans, Gray? No, not really. I might make a hard-boiled egg or something. Hey, thanks, Jill Downey. There you go. Look at that. It worked. Thank you for the nice little happy thing. Makes me feel happy. Did you all know they make Fruity Pebbles and Foot Loops jelly beans? You mean Fruit Loops? I wouldn't want a Foot Loop jelly bean. Anybody want to eat a Foot Loop? Man, what would that taste like? I'm not sure I want to try one of those. I'll leave those up to you. I know you're just made a typo, okay? I'm just goofing around. Gosh, Gray, that's so mean. Oh, man, it was a typo and you made a joke, you bastard. That's YouTube for you. That's YouTube for you. And by the way, if you weren't here earlier, I'll even show it again. How do you like this? Watch this. Thank you very much to Courtney as well on PayPal. Where is it? Oh yeah, so we just got the email in from the Cajun Navy tonight. All right, there it is. You see right there on the screen it says 500 in memory of Amanda Nenegar. All right? And my addresses and stuff's on there, but, you know, anybody can find anybody's address these days. It just doesn't even matter. It's already been posted and trolls everywhere. They just don't give a shit. All right. There you go. Did you see that? Isn't that amazing? Oh, you just faked the email, Gray. You did. Oh, wow. That's amazing. How could I do that? It's incredible. I even showed the one that was on the screen after it. But yet you got the troll coming in, acting like a know-it-all. Every single dime is a verified number of the 191,600 bucks or whatever the hell we're at now. Every single one of them. All right, look at that. WNC Granny said happy birthday because it's 12:01 Eastern Time. You gonna do it anyways, Mary Lou?
But it's not her birthday where she lives.
I know, but you could still sing it anyways. It's not gonna hurt anything, right?
But Gray!
How many times have I heard that? But Gray! She wants you to sing it right now, okay?
Okay, I'll do it. La-dee-da, la-la-la-la, la-la-la-la-la. Oh, a deer, a female deer, a raindrop is on the sun.
What the hell are you doing, Mary Lou? I'm just, you know, I just want you to sing happy birthday, okay? For Nikki Zubs.
Nikki what?
Nikki Zubs? Yeah, I have a problem with that too. There's no vowel in it, all right? Yeah, I have a problem with that too. But you don't need to warm up your voice. We're all used to your godforsaken voice when you sing.
Gosh, Gray, that isn't very nice.
Would you just shut up and sing the damn song?
Okay. Happy birthday to Nikki Zubs. Happy birthday to Nikki Zubs. Happy birthday, dear Nikki Zubs. Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
Happy birthday, Nikki Zubs.
Yeah, happy birthday.
I mean, that was terrible, Mary Lou. What the hell happened at the end?
Well, I was smoking some cigarettes earlier, laced with retsin.
Wow, that's ridiculous. Okay, all right. Have a great night. Hey, thanks for that. Happy birthday, Nikki Zubs. You know what was amazing the other night, you guys? You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it. I was watching Greg Gutfeld on Fox News, and he was talking to somebody, and he mentioned something, and he goes, with retsin. And I was like, oh my God, he said exactly the same. Now I'm wondering, does he watch my show? Does he watch this show sometimes? Who the hell would have that same joke? He literally said that. With retsin. I was like, what? Yeah, I guess it just means we're about the same age. Yeah. Gives you the sparkling teeth. Somebody said, you know, there's this really funny guy. Nobody would know that if you stole his jokes, you know. So tell the one about the lizard eye. That'll be... Yeah. That's one we'll know, right, you guys? We'll absolutely know that. And it's not even a joke. It's a real story, so it's hard to, you know. He's stealing my jokes, that bastard. Oh yeah, maybe the one I just kicked out, yeah. That totally made my day, you guys, seriously, and my daughter was cracking up. Well, say hello to your daughter there.
Yeah. Say hello. Hey, Nikki Zub's daughter. Hey, how's it going?
What do you mean? You act like you can see her through the computer. What are you talking about?
Well, I can.
Oh, wow. Now that's creepy. Are you able to digitally traverse the internet?
That's what they say.
Oh, my God, Mary Lou. You sound like a crazy person at this point. Bye-bye, Lizard Eye. You got me creeping on the sly. Why you think yourself... I got to do that. Where is that one? The hell is that? Is that this one? No. This is the one I was trying to write. On a nightly basis, you keep me in stasis. You keep me in stasis. Oh, is it this one? Yeah, that's it. There we go. All right. Anyways, that'll do it for this evening. Thank you all for showing up here. And I think it was new member, Juniper Tarot and Astrology. I think she already was one. And thank you to WNC Granny, Carol Z, Wise Child, Holly G, 15 months, K Me, Rad Story, The Broken Scout, Amber Maiden, Allie K, Le Sleuth, K Me, Amila Lavender, and then My Little Cutie did a cat eye, then Charisma, Lil Red Zero. I know that Scouting Dude's in there for I don't know if his is showing up on the screen because it was, I don't know, we've had that issue. Oh no, hold on, shit, I gotta go way up here, sorry about that. WNC Granny, Carol Z, Wise Child, K Me, Rad Story, then The Broken Scout with the double cat eye, Amber Maiden with the cat eye, Alley Cake with the cat eye, Le Sleuth, K Me, Emil Lavender, and then My Little Cutie with a Australian cat eye, then Charisma, Lil Red Zero, Mad as a Cut Snake, Lil Red Zero, a new member, Osiris Stewart, Lil Red Zero, The Broken Scout, Paulette Leonard, Lil Red Zero again, Peter Cindy Leon, 44 months, then Cindy Leon, Alicia Powers, 30 months, Mystery Christie, Lil Red Zero, Georgina Stoliker, K Me, Le Sleuth. By the way, Georgina Stoliker, she always she like leaves me these voice messages, and I just love, I don't know what it is, I love listening to them. Sometimes they're like 8 minutes, and she's rambling on about like a case and a character. Man, I really, I could just sit there and just keep listening. She's so into it, you know. K Me, then Le Sleuth, Paulette Leonard, Rad Story, Regina Cajun, Cindy Leon, Simply Me, Mystery Sky, Pooh, Jessica Schubach, Kathleen Canick, The Broken Scout, Nikki Zub's 15-month, Ivan Victor, and Jill Downey. Then we had, hold on. On PayPal, we had Sandy, Shirley, and then Sharon Gornick, who matched 100 of that. Thank you very much. And then also Courtney Kuykendall. Thank you very much. Yeah, where is she? Georgina is. I mean, she's just like, I mean, the other day it was crazy. She's talking. She goes, "Oh my God, hey, somebody pulled up in my parking lot. That man, I don't know who the hell this is." And I think she like pulled out a piece. It was like looking out the door. "Are you okay? Are you all right?" "Oh, we're fine." It's like this whole thing going on. I almost want to store those and turn them into it's like a running story or something. I don't know. Anyways, thank you all for your generosity. Tomorrow's the last day of the month. It's our final donation night total. It's our biggest night, but this month we've given away $4,000 during the month at crucial times for other people. So, you know, I'm hoping to do another 2,500 or so. Let's see. Oh yeah, and by the way, everybody, I do like see this DJ 55 over here that's typing in, who never gave a nickel in his life to anybody. Regardless of what all of them say, I'm still giving 33% of my gross income to charities. Okay, that's the reality of it. Now, at the end of the year, I have to pay less taxes than I would have had to pay, because I'm able to write off the amount to charity. Now, it's not a dollar for dollar thing. It just means that, like, if you make, let's say you made, I mean, just to make it easy math or something, like if you made $100,000 and you paid your taxes throughout the year and you gave away $30,000 in charity, what happens is the $30,000 is taken off of your actual income and you're taxed on the $70,000. So you save about, you know, maybe another $20,000 that you might have paid. Like, you don't get the money all back, though. It just means you have to either pay less taxes. Sometimes you get it back. Wouldn't anybody do that? Like, if you're giving donations to a charitable donation. And by the way, anybody's out there, you're all welcome to, you know, send money into your own charities whenever you want to. I'm not a charity. I'm a YouTube channel that gives away a lot of the money that it brings in, because I'm even giving away ad revenue, right? So that's the thing, is why should I, literally, if you want to be technical about it, I mean, why would I need to give away any of my ad revenue? Shouldn't I just be able to keep all that? Because you guys, there's no skin in the game for ad revenue. It's just people watching a video, and YouTube makes money. That's it. There's no money out of your pocket, nothing, right? So that's what's crazy about people like DJ 55, who came in here, has no clue. Everybody knows this. I've said this 100,000 times. They just don't get it. They're dumb, all right? All right, so thanks, everybody. I mean, I'm sorry that I have to deal with this stuff every single night. I guess what the answer is for me never to donate another nickel again, okay? And that'll make these guys happy. I'll just keep everything, like all of the people they like. They love the YouTubers who keep every penny that they get on their show and don't give anybody anything. They don't help. This channel makes a difference, a huge difference. And, you know, I even get letters from the organization sometimes. Organizations, by the way, that the clowns, just like this DJ 55, have written letters to saying, hey, he's taking money in your name. Well, tonight I just did a, whatever you guys will do, a $500. You send it in, I'll send 500 in. That's totally different. I mean, I'm literally sending it in to that organization that night, exactly what I said. I'm not in here going, hey everybody, I'm taking money in for the United Cajun Navy every night, okay? So send me money in. And then at the end of the month, oh, they get 33. That doesn't work like that. You guys are helping support my channel. It's awesome. I get ad revenue. I get channel membership revenue. And I put it all together, and I give away a huge portion of it every single month. And if that doesn't mean something, I'm sorry. Okay? If you want to start giving your money to the channels that give nothing, you go ahead. All right? They're doing well. Trust me. And so I don't really know. I mean, the freaks here have been really generous over the years, and you've allowed me to be generous with the income that I make. And a lot of it during those really great months that we've had came from my ad revenue, not just the super chat portion. Like, for example, this month, if I brought in $9,000 after YouTube took out their portion, I'd be donating $6,500. That's a huge portion of super chats. I mean, and then, you know, so I can explain it to you 50,000 times, but it's the trolls that will never seem to understand it. All right? And it's really nobody's business, to be honest with you, but I'm open with the freaks. I tell you what I'm doing, There isn't anybody that's tricked or fooled or anything. Everybody knows I'm an open book. Even when I get the ledger from Identifinders with the spreadsheet, I show you how much we have left in there, how much we've put in total. It's all shown. And if you feel, oh, Gray, I don't know, then it's okay. Don't support the channel. Do whatever you need to go do. It's fine. It is what it is. All right. How's that, everybody? Was that a great ending right there? I thought it was fantastic. Anyways, thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow on our donation night. Hopefully it's a good one, but when you have the trolls show up, they tend to what they're trying to do is affect how that goes. They want to, and donation night's the same thing. You guys support the channels, one last push, and I make sure to try to get around, it could be, a lot of times it's equal to 50% of the net revenue, and that's what it has been, but that's equivalent to 33% of the gross, right? Because you're already taking taxes out when you do the 50-50. So anyways, I hope you guys think there's a value to what we do here. I think the fact that I've had a channel that's been so well supported that I've been able to give away $191,000 to various organizations, a scholarship fund, etc., is incredibly valuable to the true crime community. And if you want to be somebody that doesn't support, I wish every single channel had exactly the same model. Think of all the money and good we be doing out there, but it's just not happening. Okay, they're not doing it, and they're not going to do it. All right, thanks everybody. Thanks for listening to my end of the show comments. All right, well, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and as I always say, until next time, be safe out there. And a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5. Wait, hold on. I do want to show you that I do exist. I am here. Wait, no, that's my dog. That's Blue. There's me. And where's the one with both of us? Oh, the main window. There we go. We got this one right here. I do exist. There's Blue. He looks like he's... Let me see what his breathing rate is. 1. Jesus. 2. 3. I think he's doing pretty good on that. Really good rate there. I think it's probably like 20. Anybody got a stopwatch over there? Let me do it. I got to do it one really fast. Stopwatch. Isn't that cool? You just type on Google stopwatch and then there it is. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So 28. Not bad, huh? Not bad at all. All right. Anyways, thanks everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Be safe out there, and thank you all for your generosity, helping support the channel, and having nights like this where it's just to, the exact amount we're talking about goes to United Cajun Navy. We just did it. We've done it so far this month. We've given them $1,900. I'm sorry if that's not enough. Okay, we'll work on it. All right. Gosh, Gray. Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now. And during this whole time, I have not seen one person that is a crime dissector, thug rejector. I'm a certified human lie detector. Gonna get ya on a stretcher if you try and play me like an old projector. Crime sector is my nectar. Professor Gray is gonna give another lecture. Crime collector, freak connector, and I'm always gonna be a pop protector. Fool deflector, interceptor, and I'm meaner than a spectre with a vector on his pector. Well, thanks, Sandy. That's very kind. Just remember, I've a temple fucking check. I have no agenda. I'm no pretender.
and I'll serve it to you straight without the blender. And in the end, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal the true offender.
Yeah, so I'll just get right back to work. All right.
Baz B.
Huh? It's a house.
When I'm in the mood, I sprinkle troll on my food, but I don't eat it. I chew it up and spit it out and repeat it. It's not a treat, the troll is beat, just one of the ways that I defeat it. Staying in my groove, when there's a troll on the move, just takes a second to remove, 'cause every time I conclude, the troll is gonna lose. Nice try, lizard eye, I see you creeping on the sly. Why you think you're so fly, when you're such a whiny cry, battle me, you're gonna fry. Gonna send me out to mummify, time to say goodbye. Hey, by the way, everybody, why don't you send in your pictures of merch? Come on, you bastards.
Hey, don't call them bastards.
But you say it all the time.
I know, but I call myself a bastard, not everybody else.
Oh, okay, I see. Well, great, you bastard. Ask them to send in pictures.
Okay, everybody, wait a minute. What?
When I sing boom, boom, but I don't eat it. I chew it up and spit it out and repeat it. It's not a treat, the troll is me, just one of the ways that I defeat it. Staying in my groove, when there's a troll on the move, just takes a second to remove, 'cause every time I conclude, the troll is gonna lose. Nice try, lizard eye, I see you creeping on the sly. Why you think you're so fly? It's such a whiny cry, battle me, you're gonna fry. Gonna send you out to mummify. It's time to say bye. Here's a little story that I got to tell about three bad brothers you know so well. Started way back in history with that rock MCA and me, Mike D. Had a little horse, his name was Paul Revere. Me and my horsey and a quart of beer. Riding across the land, kicking up sand. Sheriff bosses on my tail 'cause I'm in demand. One lonely beastie I'd be, all by myself without nobody. Someone's beating down on my baseball hat. Air was getting hot, beer was getting flat. Looking for a girl, I ran into a guy. His name was MCA, I said howdy, he said hi. He told a little story that sounded well rehearsed. 4 days on that running and he's dying of thirst. The brew was on my hand and he was on my tip. His horse was always dry half before a sip. He said, "Can you get some?" I said, "You can't get none." Had a chance to run, pulled a shotgun, quick on the draw, thought I'd be dead. Put the gun to my head and this is what he said: "My name is MDA, I got a license to kill. I hope you know what time it is, it's time to get ill." Now what do we have here? An outlaw is beer. Around this land, you understand, I make myself clear. I stepped into the wind, he had a gun, I had a grin. You think the story is over, but it's ready to begin. I'm on the run without my gun. He told a little story that sounded well rehearsed. poppity poppy poppy poppity diddy poppy pop pop. You don't just stop but come alive, yo. Give me what you got, cause I'm guaranteed to make you stop. Say 1, 2, 3, 4. Tell me Wonder Mike, what are you waiting for? Shove it off in an ocean liner. No one can rock the microphone finer. South Carolina, Louisville, Seville, and hanging out Mel's Diner. Off to China, cause I got a show there. I need my passport, cause I gotta go there. A pit bull? Oh my God, Sandy Shirley. Going around about me and the crew about something we did or supposed to do. You might not have heard it all, maybe you have, but when I first heard it, all of it was whack. Usually get angry and all up top, but you can say what you want to spell my name right. All of them were guilty of us rocking the house, but that's what the rumor was all about. Just pass it in, tell all your friends, and if you don't, wait till you see me again. This way I can hear it from the horse's mouth, and right then and there we can straighten it out. You got a big mouth, big mouth. Alright, great, thanks, man.
Yeah, that was pretty good, Mary Lou. I think the crowd had left the building before you started singing, but I think they liked it nevertheless.
Okay, maybe next time then, Gray.
No, I said I think they thought it was pretty good. Jesus, what are you complaining about?
I don't know, Gray, just the overall feeling.
What the hell? Alright, anyways, see you guys later. See you tomorrow. And as I always say, until next time, be safe out there. And by the way, don't you think Danielle, she makes a pretty good merch model. Alright, see you guys later. Dun, 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 dun. You know what I should do sometime is troll you guys and pretend that I think I'm off the air and say weird shit. But you'll not know if I'm just trying to recover after saying all the weird stuff. So I don't know if it would actually work. Did you hear, Gray? He thought the mic would... You know how the trolls would do, right? Anyways, see you guys later. And be safe out there.